The imperial physician's entire family of over 100 people was slaughtered without warning. What crime did he commit? I heard he was executed along with 10 generations of his family for failing to cure the empress's illness. Oh dear, that's too tragic. Zhu family member. Previous life, 22nd descendant of Zhu Yuanzhang. But I transmigrated and became a servant in the imperial physician's household. Now, in the 15th year of Hongwu's reign, Empress Ma is seriously ill. The imperial physician was helpless. And in a fit of anger, Zhu Yuanzhang executed 10 generations of his family. As one of those unlucky servants, I was also implicated. Hey. It's noon. Hey. Spare my life. Who shouted that? I shouted it myself. Will shouting at yourself do any good? I saw in TV dramas that as long as you shout that, someone on horseback will come to save you. I want to try it. TV dramas. I don't care what you say. With this blow, Iron Man, I'll chop you in half too. Wait a minute. Stop talking nonsense and stick your head out. After I chop yours, I'll chop his too. After that, I'll chop his too. So many people are waiting. I'm in the Ming Dynasty. I'm being treated like dirt. Is God here to save me, a time traveler? Why are you chasing after me? Congratulations, host. The time travel system is now activated. You can travel freely through all the worlds. Go. This is great. God, with time travel, I can teleport back to Earth. My life is saved. I can buy medicine and travel back to heal my great-grandmother. Wouldn't I be set for life? Hey. Spare him. Humph. If you have anything to say, go talk to the king of hell. Hey, I can heal the empress. Hey. Spare him. Humph. If you have anything to say, go talk to the king of hell. The prince said, go ahead. I can cure the empress. Nonsense. What is the empress's status? How dare you, a brat, speak so presumptuously? Execute her. Spare her life. You're about to die, and you still shout. This time it really wasn't me who shouted. It was the heavenly king who shouted, I can't save you today. Give Mayra life. Who the hell is it? My lord, let him go. Yes, yes. You just said you could save the empress. That's right. Do you know that deceiving the emperor is a crime punishable by the extermination of 9 generations of your family? My lord, I am already a dying man. Why lie to you? If I can't save the empress, I will only implicate 9 generations of your family. This man is someone the emperor himself ordered to be killed. If I save him, I'm afraid his majesty will become suspicious. But if he can really cure the empress, what then? You didn't lie to me. Otherwise, what awaits you is not execution, but it's torture. Girl, drink the medicine quickly, and you'll be cured. You quacks. If you can't cure my girl, I'll exterminate your entire clan. Chongba, birth, aging, sickness, and death are the natural course of life. I know my own body. Please let these imperial physicians go. Girl, don't talk nonsense. How can we live without you, your majesty? Your majesty. Your humble servant has found someone who can save the empress. This descendant of the Zhu family pays respects to the great ancestor of the Ming Dynasty. Our descendants. Oh no, I thought this kid might be able to save the empress. And that would be a great achievement for me. I never expected him to be a madman. Your majesty, this person, you really are our descendant. That's right, great ancestor. As your 22nd generation descendant, I have traveled from over 600 years in the future. 600 years later. Tell me, how many years will our sister enjoy? According to historical records, our great-grandmother died of illness. On 23rd day, 8th month, Hongwu 1513 AD, died at 51, buried in Shaolin, and given the posthumous title of Empress Xiaozi. Father, it's May now. Which means mother has 3 months left to live. Nonsense. How could our sister possibly die? Mao Xiang, how dare you bring such a monster to the palace? Take him out and execute his entire clan. Go and receive 20 strokes of the cane. I will personally have you sliced to death and skinned alive. What happened in Hongwu 15? You fool. Think quickly. Death is life, but what does the word death mean? What does it mean, live? It means that medicine is ineffective, but a concubine is obtained, and thus the illness is cured. This is what our sister said to us last night. How did you know this? Great-grandfather, as a descendant of the Zhu family. Of course, I know my family's affairs very well. So why don't I trust you? You say you're from a later generation. You should know how Emperor Biao did later, right? I can't make this up. Since the great ancestor sincerely asked, I can't. Only tell you the truth, but you should be prepared. What a joke. What storms haven't I seen in my life? My youngest son. His talent far surpasses mine. This emperor must have done a good job, right? My imperial uncle didn't ascend the throne. Impossible. My youngest son is our chosen successor. Oh. How could he not ascend the throne? Did father depose me as crown prince? Did father depose me as crown prince? In the 24th year of Hongwu, the great ancestor felt that Nanjing was too remote for governance, so he had the idea of moving the capital. Therefore, he sent Huang Bozu to inspect Shaanxi and other places. As a result, Huang Bozu, not long after returning to Nanjing, he fell ill and died in the 25th year of the Hongwu reign. His descendant, Crown Prince I, was posthumously honored as Emperor Shaokong by the Jiangwen Emperor. Cousin, why did you leave us first? Father, I'm not dead yet. Yes, cousin, listen. From now on, without my permission, you cannot leaving Tian Prefecture even a step. Relocating the capital. Relocating my ass. Yes, I obey the decree. That grand ancestor, Uncle Huang, should be alright. Just take care of your health from now on. Biao, is he alright? I don't know. Later, some trouble arose, leading to the loss of a lot of police artifacts. Could it be that Xiongning did it? That little bastard. Oh, right, Biao. Didn't you say a few days ago that Xiongning caught a cold? Is he alright now? Father? Xiongning is right. If my great-grandson Biao dies, we will definitely make Xiongning the crown prince. He did it. And what about that great ancestor? Uncle Eagle didn't ascend the throne either? What did you say? Could it be that our eldest grandson also met with misfortune in May of the 15th year of Hongwu? The eldest grandson of the emperor, Zhu Xiongning, went into posthumously granted Prince Yu, honorary Prince Didi. He was buried in Zhongshan. Father, Xiongning, has been ill for the past few days. Your son did not mean to hide it. When mother is seriously ill, your son fears that your Majesty, Commander Mao, will quickly summon the imperial physician. No. Need for my younger brother, father. He is fine, but the great ancestor just had a sudden heart attack and will be fine after a rest. Our lives are so bittered. We lost our parents and brothers in our youth, our wife and grandson in middle age, our son in our old age. Heaven is against us. Great-grandson, you just said you could save our sister. Can you save Eagle too? It shouldn't be a problem. But what? Great. Grandson, as long as you can save our sister and eldest grandson, whatever your request, we can fulfill it. Great ancestor, because of the decline of our family, our descendants are even struggling to find wives. Look how miserable our descendants are. Youngest son, give this great-grandson 10,000 taels of gold. Oh. My God, I've struck it rich. Great ancestor, please wait a moment. This is a miracle. Now I finally believe this kid is from the future. These medicines should be able to cure the imperial grandmother and Zhu Shengyi. Explain in detail. Great ancestor, can you travel through a time tunnel to the modern era and witness the current prosperity of our China? Yes, host. However, to prevent parallel universes from intersecting, people from different timelines can only stay in different timelines for 24 hours. Is that right? Great ancestor, this penicillin can cure the imperial grandmother's illness. Your Majesty, please consider this carefully. This medicine is unprecedented, and its effects are, if fear there is danger. Your Majesty, if you shut up, died Zigong, you quack doctor. You can't cure my sister's illness, yet you're spreading alarmist rumors. Guards, drag all these people out and execute them. Chongba. Is this the descendant you spoke of? This junior member of the Zhu family greets your Majesty. Good sister, do you believe in this medicine from our great-grandson? Chongba, I believe. Give me the medicine, child. The emperor was utterly frantic. Can you speak recklessly? Can you take medicine haphazardly? Stop arguing. Chongba, your voice is too loud. Sister, you're awake. The fever has subsided. Your Majesty's illness has actually improved. Is this divine intervention? My sister's life is no longer in danger. Your Majesty, your pulse is now stable and full of vitality, although your body is somewhat weak, with some rest. He's cured. That's wonderful. Great-grandson, this medicine called penicillin is truly a miracle drug. Young friend, I admire your skills. Dean Dai's medical skills are unparalleled in the Ming Dynasty. I've never heard him praise anyone like this before. Yes, not bad. How is Eagle's condition? He is much better after the injection of that medicine called Bull Being. Thank you very much, young brother. Uncle, Huang, I dare not accept the title of great-grandson. You call Biao uncle, so he's definitely not from his lineage. Which of our sons are you a descendant of? According to the family genealogy, I'm a descendant of Prince Yan. Ha ha ha, the Prince of Yan is the fourth son. This kid has produced a great-grandson like you. We must praise him properly later. He, grand ancestor. If you knew that Emperor Qingzu had successfully rebelled, I wonder if you would still be able to laugh. Grand ancestor you. If we knew that Emperor Qingzu had successfully rebelled, I wonder if we could still laugh. Our great-grandson, Ruobio, and Xiongning haven't ascended the throne yet. So, who will sit on the throne after we die? Father, it's getting late. Perhaps we should ask tomorrow. No, I can't sleep until I find out. You brat, tell me quickly. It's Zhu Yunwen. Zhu Yunwen. I remember this boy was born to your concubine, Lady Lu. How? Can we trust him to inherit the throne? Besides Xiongning, we also have Yintang. It's not Yunwen's turn. Father, since Lady Chang passed away, Lady Lu elevated to legitimate wife. Strictly speaking, Yunwen is also my legitimate son. According to later records, Zhu Yunwen is dull-witted and simple-minded. Grand ancestor, your choice of Zhu Yunwen as successor is understandable. Yunwen, this child having seen such a lively and cheerful person, how could she possibly have such a foolish look? Could it be that, after Biao's death, this Lady Lu deliberately spoiled Yunwen, so that her own son could succeed throne? Taizu's descendants say, and I don't know if I should say it, but many people think that, well, the eldest grandson and the crown princess were both killed by Lady Lu. How could she dare? Impossible. Lady Lu is gentle and kind. How could she do such a thing? Nobody knows the specifics. Well, after all these events, Lady Lu and her son became the ultimate beneficiaries. That's an indisputable fact. My child, after you go back, pay close attention to Lady Lu's every move. Also, bring Xiongning and Yuntung into the palace and have your mother raise them personally. We can't ignore The issue of the heir. Has something happened to the fourth prince as well? No, nothing. After the death of your great-uncle in the 25th year of Hongwu's reign, you considered making the prince of Yan the crown prince. But Liu Sanwu rejected it because the princes of Qin and Jin were still alive. However, the throne ultimately fell to the younger generation. What? Didn't you just say that Yunwen inherited our throne? How come you re-involved with the fourth prince again? Did the fourth prince's descendants rebel? Hey, sister. What brings you here? I could hear you shouting from afar. Why aren't you sleeping so late? What are you up to, sister, don't you know? Such things happen. How could the throne fall to Dier's lineage in later generations? Your Majesty, this matter has to start with Zhu Yunwen. Why are you bringing Yunwen into this again? We want to ask about Chongba. Look at you. You're in a hurry again. Hey. Isn't our old pig worried about our Ming dynasty? Grandson, please continue. In May of the 31st year of Hongwu's reign, the Taizu emperor passed away, and Zhu Yunwen ascended the throne with the reign title Zhangwen. We still have 16 years to live. After ascending the throne, Zhu Yunwen felt that his uncles, who held military power and guarded various regions, posed a threat of rebellion. He decided to reduce princes' power. This kid wants to reduce the power of the princes. The original intention of stationing the princes in the north was to guard against the Mongols. To prevent the princes from becoming too powerful, we only gave them command authority. The army still belonged to the court. Are you even afraid of this? During the process of reducing the power of the princes, some ministers suggested that we could learn from Emperor Wu of Han and solve the problem of the princes without bloodshed. Other ministers suggested that we could bestow favors on the princes and change their fiefdoms. These measures are all good. However, Zhu Yunwen did not accept any of these suggestions. Instead, he adopted Huang Zicheng's suggestion. The discussion turned violent and bloody. Should we directly send troops to suppress it? Oh. Right. In the 31st year of Hongwu 1380, Zhu Yunwen deposed Prince Zhou, Zhu Su, and exiled him to Yunnan. In November of the same year, he sent ministers to Beiping to seize the military power of Prince Yan. In April of the first year of Zhangwen, 1381, Prince Qi, Zhu Fu, and Prince Dai, Zhu Gui, were deposed. In June, Prince Min, Jian deposed, exiled to Zhangzhou. Prince Yang falsely accused Zhu Yunwen, without investigating the matter, sent men to surround Prince Zhao's residence. Zhu Bai, unwilling to suffer humiliation, had the entire household burned to death. Oh dear, listen to what your good son has done. Father, if you hadn't chosen Yuan to ascend the throne, how could he have done these things? Are you blaming me? How dare I? Yuan is too ruthless. Child, continue. After Prince Xiang's death, Prince Yan, Zhu Di, knew he wouldn't have a good end. So in July of the first year of Zhangwen's reign, he raised an army of 800 and rebelled, known as the Jingnan Campaign. The fourth prince rebelled. If someone forced you to feign madness, live in a pigsty, and eat pig feed, would you rebel? The fourth prince is already like this. If he didn't rebel, would he be like the 12th prince? This is indeed not the fourth prince's fault. The entire army was in Yunwen's hands. How could the fourth prince rebellion? Prince Yan swept country, captured Yingtian in Zhangwen 4. Zhu Yunwen vanished. He became Yongle. How could that fourth prince actually succeed in a rebellion? What were Lan, Yu, Fu, Yud, and Fengsheng doing, grand ancestor? To ensure Zhu Yunwen's smooth ascension to the throne, you killed all these famous generals while you were alive. Is this something you, Zhu Chongba, would do? In my later years, I was truly blind. Choosing this guy to inherit my great name. Great-grandson, Can we use your time-space portal to see that little bastard Zhu Yunwen? No problem. Then let's go see Wen Chou first. Originally, I'd like to take you to see my era. What's your era like? In short, it's a prosperous and powerful nation. There are skyscrapers that soar into the clouds, and high-speed trains that can travel 3,000 miles a day. It's truly captivating. We must go and see it. But before that, we must avenge our son's my youngest son. Come with us. Grandfather, don't rush. The Zhangwen era is chaotic. How can we manage without some protection? This child is so thoughtful. Chongba, why don't we let Suda come along? Let him see his good son-in-law. Okay, my youngest son, go and find Suda. He's here too. Pay respect to His Majesty. Hey, we're all old brothers. No need for formalities. That I told you everything on the way, right? Yes, I told you. But this ascension is too unbelievable. This is General Su. This young man is a descendant of the fourth prince, with your eldest daughter's blood in him. No wonder so handsome and distinguished. Ha ha. You, Suda, are you praising me or yourself? Ha ha. General Su, do you like roast goose? Ah, roast goose. Your Majesty, what should I do? You should escape quickly. As long as you escape Nanjing, the Prince of Qin will still have a chance. The Prince of Yan has surrounded the palace. Where can I escape to? Your Majesty, I'm coming to find you. No need for you to look for me. I'm coming myself. Is that you? Your Majesty? Your Majesty, Yama, he's rebelled. You have to save your grandson. I know the fourth prince rebelled. But before dealing with him, I have something to ask you. Your Majesty, where are our sons? I'm asking you. Where is your 12th uncle? Grandfather Hua, my 12th uncle is plotting a rebellion. I had no choice but to do it, you bastard. Which I saw that I was plotting a rebellion. Look at your 12th uncle. He loves you the most, yet you forced him to burn his whole family alive. I'll beat you to death. Father, let me teach this little beast a lesson. Beat your 12th uncle to death. What have I done to you, you heartless bastard? Father, father. You're here too. Am I dreaming? Father, you should be the emperor. I won't be emperor anymore. Father. This brat, laughing and crying at the same time. Have we beaten him, silly? I never thought Zhu Di could seize the world as a prince. I never thought Zhu Di could seize the world as a prince. Father, if our whole family rebels, how will we face our imperial grandfather? What rebellion? I am clearly the rightful heir. Emperor. Taizong of Tang, Li Shimin, said the same thing back then. Huh? Hey, you little brat. You dare to tease your grandfather. Ha! Hurry into the palace. Don't let Zhangwen get away. Yes, hurry up and run. Imperial grandfather is inside. Nonsense. Father must have seen that brat and is playing tricks in the palace. Come with us and see. If the Prince of Yan still recognizes me. Father, come with me. Eldest. Brother. Oh. Father, you're not dead. Oh. This is the living Emperor Taizu. This. Humble Zhu Qiong, the eldest son of Zhu Beiji, Zhu Biao, the great-grandson of the Zhu family, pays his respects to Emperor Yongle. Father, you re not dead, if I were dead. How could I see the majestic prince of Yin now? Father, fourth son, you've made something of yourself. I heard from our great-grandson that you are the first prince in history to successfully rebel. From south to north, they actually wiped out our great Ming dynasty. Amazing. Your subject dares not. We even stormed the Qinqing palace, and you still say you dare not. Father, I was forced into it. Blood gushed through the courtyard gates, making my brothers suffer terribly. Even Lao Shan was forced to self-immolate. If I hadn't rebelled, no one in the underworld would have survived. Father, this isn't your fault, fourth prince. He was forced into it too. Fourth prince, if I were still alive, would you have rebelled? Father, this isn't your fault, fourth prince. He was forced into it too. Fourth prince, if I were still alive, would you have rebelled? Elder brother, don't joke around. Even if I had the guts, fourth prince wouldn't dare rebel against you, and you wouldn't dare either. This kid is your and Miao Yan's descendant. I am not my descendant. The descendants of the Zhu family. Pay respects to Emperor Qingzu. Emperor Wanli didn't attend court for so long was daring to call our father brother. No, father, elder brother. What Emperor Qingzu? I have no idea. This kid is clearly spreading rumors. Our great-grandson comes from over 600 years in the future. Tell me, should we believe you or him? What? Fourth brother, is that so? Father, when are you planning to go back? Are we in your way? No, no. Hey kid, what do you mean call me Qingzu? Zhu Gaoqi gave you Taizongdat. But it was changed to Emperor Qingzu later for some reason. Who is Emperor Qingzu? The 11th emperor of the Ming Dynasty, Emperor Shizong, Emperor Jiajing, has fled. Don't talk so much, we're in a hurry. Fourth brother, what do you say we do now? Your son doesn't know that they've already captured Nanjing. How can't you know? What to do? Would you be willing to be the Prince of Yin again? Can I say a few words about this, Emperor Taizu? Say, Emperor Taizu, the Prince of Yin, this emperor's achievements in the history of the Ming Dynasty are no less than yours. What did you say? In me life, I've eliminated a century of foreign invasions, subdued the heroes of the north and south, and established the Ming Dynasty with one hand. Can your attacks, fourth brother, compare to our family? Father Emperor, as a commoner, created the Ming Dynasty's eternal foundation. Even if fourth brother is poor and has great fortune, I'm afraid he can't surpass father emperor, right, fourth uncle? The stain of the Jingnan rebellion is something I'll eat for the rest of my life. Hey, kid, don't interrupt when adults are talking. Hey kid, am I really as good as you say? People often rank the emperors of all dynasties into 10 greatest emperors, but no matter how they rank them, you and the great ancestor will always be on the list, right? Why don't we believe it? What did our great-great-grandson, the fourth son, do that made him so highly regarded by later generations? The achievements of the great ancestor cannot be explained in a few words. He led 5 expeditions to the northern deserts, achieving 5 of the highest accomplishments. The Phonglang Jushu campaign that he recovered Vietnam, established Jiaoji, set up the Nurgan Regional Military Commission and Hami Garrison, guarded the border, sent Zheng He on 7 voyages to the western seas, compiled the Yongle Encyclopedia, dredged the Grand Canal, and so on. Each of these is an unparalleled achievement worthy of being recorded in history. Military expeditions to the northern deserts, the Yongle Encyclopedia, great-great-grandson, tell me all these things in detail, one by one. Ha ha. I never imagined my life would be so glorious. What do you call yourself? Ha 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 ha. I never imagined my life would be so glorious. What do you call yourself? Ha ha ha. Hey dad. Ha ha. After hearing what my great-grandson said, I finally realized that it was a mistake not to choose you to inherit the throne. Dad, if my fourth uncle hadn't taken my place, I certainly wouldn't have done any worse than him. Go play somewhere else. Send someone to notify all civil and military officials to Qinqing Palace. We have something to say? Didn't you hear what your imperial grandfather said? Go find someone. Dad, why aren't you going? Can't you see I'm talking to your imperial grandfather? I want to talk to my imperial grandfather too. Look at your pointy-faced, monkey-like appearance. Ha ha ha. Sir, is this your second son? Ha ha ha. Not bad. Not bad. This kid is great. Huanhe, your temperament is very much like that of an emperor. Your Majesty, your vision is truly unparalleled. This throne can be yours. But you must take good care of your elder brother's descendants. If they dare to do anything to them, we will bring a large army to quell them. You are. You are Taizu? Taizu? You are Taizu? Do. And you recognize me? Don't you recognize me? Taizu Emperor. I am a lowly general, incompetent, and unable to protect the Ming Dynasty for you. Huh. I am Bingwen Jinglong. Get up quickly. To make a long story short, the reason I called you here today is to tell you all that Zhu Yunwen has been deposed and exiled 3,000 miles away. The throne will be inherited by my fourth son, Zhu Di. You must assist him well from now on. Your Majesty, Zhu Di, cannot usurp the throne. How can such an unfaithful and unfilial person succeed to the throne? You are your subject, Fang Xiaoru, a lecturer in the Hanlin Academy. Fang Xiaoru. It was you and Huang Ziqing and Qi Tai who instigated Yunwen to cut off his power. Your Majesty, many of the princes have committed illegal acts, and there are many like the Prince of Yin who harbor rebellious intentions. We have no choice but to send them away. And indeed, there are many. Leaving aside our other sons, let's not discuss. The 10th prince, Zhu Bai, he truly harbored rebellious intentions. What wrong did our 10th prince commit that forced his entire family to commit suicide by fire? Your Majesty, the 4th prince, convey my decree. Fang Xiaoru and 2 others have wreaked havoc on the court and will be executed, along with their entire families. It was the 4th prince, Yunwen, who was sent to the northern deserts by you. Father, this matter was my decision. Yunwen is incapable of great responsibility and nearly destroyed our Ming dynasty. Let him go to Binjiang to atone for his crimes and perform meritorious service. It's fine to abolish the princely fiefdoms, but we must ensure your brother's lifelong wealth and honor. Don't worry, Father. I think the imperial clan system of the Taizu and Qingzu emperors is inappropriate. What do you mean, boy? Historically, the Qingzu emperor's reduction of the princely fiefdoms was very successful. He changed the fiefdoms of the Prince of Ning and the Prince of Liao, relocating them to the interior. And also, Wang Zhongshou's methods of bringing the imperial guards under central control and gradually weakening the power of the princes were far superior to Zhu Yunwen's. Wasn't these a great thing? Surely, future generations would never again see princes rebelling. Who is this person? Emperor Taizu Yin just praised him. During the day? No. No. Haha, I also rebelled. Brother, you won't blame me, will you? I certainly wasn't on the throne then. Otherwise, if you wanted it, I would have given it to you. Did I? Rebel against you? Nephew, in terms of warfare, you're no match for me. I will definitely succeed in my rebellion. Second uncle, I'm not Yuanwen, and you're not grandfather either. If you rebel, I will surely kill you. That's right. The rebel is none other than Emperor Qingzu's second son, Prince Han Zhu Gaoqi. No way, 4th brother. It seems princely rebellions are an old tradition in your family. Are you all too eager for advancement? Father, please don't laugh at me. Did that little bastard succeed? No, the Prince of Han was dealt with swiftly by your good grandson Zhu Zhanji. It didn't have much impact on the Ming Dynasty. It's just that it said that Zhu Gaoqi's rebellion failed, and he was ordered by Zhu Zhanji to be roasted alive in a copper vat with charcoal. That kid is more ruthless than me. That kid is more ruthless than me. Second uncle, you won't blame me, will you? How could I was turned into a clay pot chicken by you. The succession to the throne in our Ming Dynasty has really been full of ups and downs, but let's not talk about that. What's wrong with the great-great-grandson system of the imperial clan? Emperor Qingzu was very successful, reduced princes' power and rewarded them. But at the same time, he also imposed many restrictions on the imperial clan, prohibiting them from participating in the imperial examinations, holding official positions, engaging in politics, leaving their fiefdoms without permission, etc. The imperial clan members had nothing to do but busy having children. By the late Ming Dynasty, there were as many as 1 million imperial clan descendants. Ha ha ha. Isn't it a good thing that our Zhu family is so prosperous? Grand Ancestor, don't you think that Emperor Qingzu's measures are like raising a bunch of pigs? You brat, what nonsense are you talking about, Grand Ancestor? I dare say that the reason why the Ming Dynasty perished in its later years is inseparable from the imperial clan system. Just think, how much salary does the court need to provide to support these parasites with? Millions of imperial clan members? We established this imperial clan system in the first place, but we didn't expect that Zhu would have so many children. The people of the Ming Dynasty have been harmed terribly by us. What to do? Ming imperial clan follows Tang and Song. If this method doesn't work, is the only way to go through the granting off favors. Kid, do you have any solutions, Grand Ancestor? This is a gift I brought to you from the future. I'm asking you to think of a solution. You take out a piece of toilet paper. What are you doing? This is not an ordinary piece of paper, but a world map. A world map. Is this our Ming Dynasty? It's so small on this piece of paper. Not bad. Crown Prince. The world is very big. If it's not easy to infect the princes, why not let them go out and conquer? You know, there are quite a few outstanding talents among the princes. Going out and conquering is a good idea. It seems that the treasure ships need to be built quickly. Take all my brothers with you later. Is the age of exploration about to begin ahead of schedule? Captain. These gentlemen, I can't stop them. You all heard our conversation. Get out. Father, I don't want to be turned into a clay pot chicken by this brat. Since the throne isn't for me, I want to go to sea and expand the territory of the Ming Dynasty. So, do I? You can. Go, father. I will prove to you that you can do this throne. My elder brother can do it, and I can do it even better. Father, I will prove to you that you can do this throne. My elder brother can do it. And I can do it even better. Not having a choice but to let me succeed to the throne is the biggest mistake of your life. Go. Fourth Prince, your children and grandchildren have their own fortunes. Let them go. Perhaps your second son can really make a name for himself outside. What are you looking at, boy? If the great ancestor were gone, Zhu Yunwan would take the throne again, and you would all be the great Ming. The first 5 emperors were truly a dynasty of 5 dragons, weren't they? How did they, father and son, perform? Emperor Renzong and Emperor Xuanzong each had their own achievements as prime ministers. It seems everyone in my great Ming dynasty was a wise ruler. Emperor Taizu, you're wrong about that. Which dynasty didn't have a foolish emperor, not to mention others? His son, Emperor Yingzong of Ming, Zhu Qizhen, was one of the most foolish emperors in history, revered by later generations as the student of the Oirat Mongols and the god of war of the Ming dynasty. In one battle of Tumu Fortress, he lost 200,000 Ming soldiers. What? Father? In one battle, you lost the lives of 200,000 Ming soldiers? Was Zhu Qizhen's opponent another Yuan Ting? If it were Yuan Ting, it would be better. The opponent was strong. At least there would be a reason to argue. But the one who defeated 200,000 Ming soldiers was a small Oirat tribe on the northern grasslands. How could they possibly be defeated? According to what my great-grandson just said, in later generations, the Oirat were defeated and routed by me. How could the Ming dynasty, after being thoroughly defeated and subjugated, have ended up like this in the hands of my great-grandson? The Tumu crisis, where Zhu Qizhen was captured alive by the Oirat Mongols, nearly led to a repeat of the Jingkong incident. This battle resulted in the loss of the Ming army's elite forces, marking the beginning of the Ming dynasty's decline and its decline from its peak. Internal and external troubles continued unabated. How could this be? How could this be? Great. Grandson, take us to find this bastard. Father, go find the adult Zhu Zhanji first. I want him to join us and see how his personally chosen successor destroyed the Ming Dynasty. Father, go find the adult Zhu Zhanji first. I want him to join us and see how his personally chosen successor destroyed the Ming Dynasty. Thankfully, we weren't attacked.
幸好没挨打。
This was the third year of the Xuanda reign. Zhu Zhanji personally led an expedition to conquer the various tribes of the grasslands. This kid won't lose this battle, will he? Since ancient times, nomadic peoples have been better at mounted warfare. The outcome is truly uncertain. Many will die before sunset today. My final decree. If you see me fall from my horse, do not mourn. Do not stop charging. Follow the banner closely, grip your spears, brandish your swords, and fight to the death. The sun, moon, mountains, and rivers will forever stand in the Ming Dynasty. Kill, kill, kill. Press down before the Dragon Blade. Charge with me. Kill. Brothers, our opponent is not the madman Zhu Di, but his grandson, the yellow-haired brat. He is not worth worrying about. The advantage. Off-mounted combat. Lies with me. Charge with me. Kill. How could it be? The Central Plains Cavalry, who are not good at mounted combat. Your Majesty, the outcome is decided. Run. Do you even need to tell me? To retreat? Hee hee. Haha. Your Majesty, the wise ruler is mighty. Your Majesty is mighty. Fourth Prince, your holy grandson is exceptionally brave. We admire him. I wonder how the eagle will compare to Zhanji. One battle to make all the tribes of the northern grasslands submit. Your grandson has not disgraced you. Has he? Look who's here. Grandpa. This humble Zhu Di, accompanied by his father Zhu Enjiang and elder brother Zhu Biao, pays respects to Emperor Xuanda. Grandpa, how come you're still alive? Monks are indeed all filial sons and fathers. Hey kid, if it weren't for your bad injuries, I would have beaten you to death. Me too. Why? Grandpa, I just won a great victory. It's all because of your good son. Do. I have a son. Before His Majesty's army set out, Emperor Sun was already pregnant and should have given birth to the Dragon Prince by now. Grandpa, what's going on? Let this kid explain it to you. This junior of the Zhu family pays respects to Emperor Xuanzong. Who are you? My son, Zhu Qijin. Not only is he a powerful figure, but he's also been captured by the Oirat. Immediately send men to catch up with the escaped Mahmud. The wild immortal will kill him at all costs. He is the Emperor, Zhu Zhanji, captured in the capital, surrounded by the Oirat army. Is my great Ming dynasty doomed? Your Majesty, the Ming dynasty cannot simply perish. At this critical juncture, your supposedly weak and incompetent second son, Emperor Jingtai Zhu Qiyu, has taken command. He vividly exemplifies what it means for an emperor to guard gates of nation. Monarch dies for country. Add to that the heroic efforts of your trusted advisor, Yu Qian, and the capital has been successfully defended. Oh, I defended the capital. Yu Qian, I was right. Your grandfather and grandson were unfilial and nearly became the eternal sinners of the Ming Dynasty. Well, If we're talking about guilt, we are not immune either. That if the throne had been passed to the fourth son earlier, there would have been no Jingnan rebellion. Great. Grandson, you are injured. Get up quickly. Thank you, Your Majesty. In the end, it was the wrong choice of successor. After your great-grandson Zhu Qiyu ascended the throne, what became of the Ming Dynasty? Emperor Daizong did a good job. He was indeed a wise ruler. Jingtai 8, 8 characters. Make country prosper, people at peace, became an affirmation of his life's achievement. However, he was not ruthless enough, so he died tragically, becoming the only one of the 16 emperors of the Ming Dynasty who was not buried in the mausoleum. What? Later generations said that it was no exaggeration to call him the restorer of the Ming Dynasty. Why did he end up like this? What exactly happened? Your Majesty, all of this is actually inseparable from your emperor's son. Ruowei was a virtuous empress, but a wicked empress. There is only one. Son Ruowei. When Zhu Qizhen listened to the slander of the eunuch Wang Zhen and recklessly led the army, Emperor's son did not dissuade him, but instead supported him, indirectly leading to the Tumu crisis. Later, in order to support her own son Zhu Qizhen's restoration, she conspired with the civil official He to stage the coup of the gate, causing Zhu Qiyu to be imprisoned and die in depression. Some conspiracy theorists even say that the death of Emperor Daizong's childless young son Zhu Jianji was also related to Emperor's son. How could this be? If Zhu Qizhen were to be restored to the throne, Yu Qian's fate would be terrible. Not long after Zhu Qizhen's restoration, he executed Yu Qian for treason. Oh, that beast. Yu Qian, it's our Zhu family's fault. Oh, Emperor Taizu, there's no need for this. Yu Qian, am fighting for a name. Last 10,000 generations. Save the people and continue the great name. I will have no regrets even if I die. Junior protector you. You did it. In later generations, you will be a model of an honest and virtuous official. Huh? Yu Qian. That brat. I didn't have the heart to kill the eldest son, nor the second grandson. But Zhu Qizhen beheaded him with one stroke. That brat is truly despicable. I was Blinto choose Zhu Qizhen as my successor. My family sent us over there that I'm going to kill that beast with my own hands. Your Majesty, Emperor Xuanzong, are you going to die prematurely? Emperor Xuanzong, your illness is much better now, isn't it? After being taken to the rear palace and diagnosed by those doctors, I learned that I had some kind of diabetes. After taking some medicine, I'm much better. You still need to pay more attention to your diet. You don't want to die before 40 like in history. Do you? You all missed seeing the magnificent landscapes of the future, but your visit was too short to witness its full splendor. It's such a pity you didn't go. Do you think we're as carefree as you? We abolished the position of Prime Minister, and now we bear the heavy burden of the nation alone, never having a moment's rest. But now that Biaoer has established the country, we can finaligo and see the beautiful rivers and mountains of the future with our great-grandson. I'll go with my father. I'll go too. You've only just recovered from your illness. Why are you going to join the fun? Zhu Chongba, do you think you can teach me how to do things? Ha ha ha, sister. Give us some face in front of our descendants. Fine, I'll let you off this time. The passage from the great ancestor to the Zhengtong dynasty has been opened. Let us go. The task of Yu Qian's army returning to the capital is entrusted to you. I'll reward you when I return. Sure. You mean the Emperor and Yu Qian argued in the Fengtian Hall? Yes, Her Majesty the Empress Dowager wanted to personally lead an expedition against the Oirat Mongols, but Lord Yu refused. This Yu Qian, even the late Emperor Taizong could personally lead an expedition. Why can't my son? There's no respect. How can this throne be secure? This is the capital's inner palace. What are these little oirats? How dare they harm my subjects of the great Ming? In this war, I will personally lead the army to show them what a king's army and the wrath of thunder all about. Your Majesty mighty, victorious assured. Your Majesty you must. Not. Even Emperor Taizong could not win every battle. You have just ascended the throne. How can you so easily take such a risk? You are bold. Yu Qian, are you saying I am inferior to my father, Emperor Taizong? Your Majesty still has self-awareness. This is good. You even dare to contradict me. Yu Tian, guards, drag him out. Cease. The fighting. Beat him to death. Wait, With the Empress Dowager's intervention, Your Majesty will surely abandon the idea of personally leading the army. Welcome, Empress. Dowager. All of you, no need for formalities. Mother Empress. Why have you come? Your Majesty heard that Wang Zhen encouraged you to personally lead the army. Your Majesty, this campaign is inappropriate both morally and logically. It's late. Lord Su, no need to say more. Your Majesty's decision to personally lead the army is something I agree to. What which? Emperor of the great Ming Dynasty was not an emperor on horseback? Now my son. Who agrees and who disagrees with the idea of personally leading an expedition to emulate Emperor Taizong? I agree. If the Duke of Ying were alive, how? Could this be possible? Your Majesty, Yu Qian has repeatedly offended the Emperor. I suggest that he beheaded as a sacrifice to the flag during this expedition. Ha. Let S. See who dares. So. And so, Your Majesty, Your Majesty, Your Majesty. Your Majesty. Your Majesty. Why? Are and you all dead? Your Majesty. Impossible. I'm the god of war of Ming, defeated by Uritz. Army wiped out. I was captured alive. This is how the Empress Dowager is regarded in later generations. At the beginning of the Ming Dynasty, I set the rule that an inner court could be managed by the Empress, but she must not interfere in the affairs of the outer court. Have you forgotten all of this? From today onwards, I hereby abolish the position of Empress Dowager's son Ruohui and let the Hu family inherit the throne. As for the throne, your second son, Zhu Qiyu, is not bad. Pass the throne to him. The family of the Taizu Emperor said that although Qiyu has done well after ascending the throne, he is still not ruthless enough. He is not ruthless, but we are very ruthless. Now send someone to bring him here. We will give him a good lesson in front of him. Yes, Father Emperor. This child is cowardly. How can my second brother inherit the throne? Your son guarantees to get out of here. Come here. Child, take this. Back. 2. Taizu Emperor, this gold bar has thorns on it. Ha ha ha. It's good that you know it has thorns. See how your great-grandfather pulled out all these thorns for you. Our great-great-grandson said that when the Oirat Mongols attacked and besieged the capital, many ministers advocated moving the capital south. The prestige of our Ming dynasty, built up over generations, was almost destroyed by you bunch of rats. Tell me, how should we thank you? Su Yozhen, Your Majesty, this humble subject, great-great-grandson. Tell me, should this man be killed? According to historical records, Su Yozhen was always pursuing fame and fortune. To get promoted, he flattered the eunuch Wang Zhen, treating him like a father, and even shaved his beard. Utterly shameless. He was the culprit who advocated moving the capital south, and he also participated in the coup. The gate. Yu Qian's death was also inextricably linked to him. You scoundrel. If this were the Hongwu era, someone like you wouldn't live more than 3 months. Your Majesty, this subject is wrong. Guards. This traitor's crimes are heinous. Who else participated in the coup? D'Etat and killed Yu Qian, including the eunuch Chao Jixiang, Wang Jin, General Shi Hong, Censor Yang Shan, Grand Master of Ceremonies Su Bin. Even though I studied at university, I only remember these people. All those mentioned BYMY great-grandson were torn apart by 5 horses and their 9 generations executed. It was a stroke of luck. Don't be afraid, grandfather. Removing these thorns will make governing the empire much easier. That wicked great-grandson, Zhu Qizhen. Why keep him alive if you don't kill him? It was I who advised Emperor Xuanzong to spare Zhu Qizhen. This fellow may lack other skills, but his diplomatic abilities are quite good. Perhaps he can be useful when the Ming Dynasty embarks on several major sea voyages. Alright, then spare him for now. Having learned from history, this stroke of luck will surely not prevent him from being killed. The gate incident has repeated itself. Grand Ancestor, what I'm worried about is the succession of my second son, Zhu Jianji. I've seen him, he's weak and sickly. That's a problem. Great-grandson, go back and check on your eldest grandson. You don't need to worry too much. He's still young. Let him have several more children. Surely he can choose one with outstanding talent to inherit the throne. This Junior thinks that after Emperor Jingtai, the throne should still be returned to the line of Zhu Qizhen. Great-grandson, what do you mean? Grand Ancestor, Zhu Qizhen's only 2 achievements in life were, first, abolishing the funerary practice you promulgated, and second, selecting a superior. Zhu Jianxin, the successor of Zhu Yuanzhang, is hailed as the true restorer of the Ming Dynasty. His historical status is second only to you and Emperor Qingzu. He's second only to me and the 4th prince, that my grandson is so powerful. He must have extraordinary abilities, rank among top 3 Ming emperors, that I'm very curious about what he did. I'm very curious about what he did. Chongba, you reinstated the practice of funerary sacrifice that I originally disagreed. But it was abolished by later generations. Fortunately, later generations have criticized this move by Emperor Taizu that a weak son and a strong mother inevitably lead to chaos. Reinstating funerary sacrifice. We wanted to emulate Emperor Wu of Han, but now I realize it was ill-considered. Let's talk about Zhu Jianxin, the great-grandson. Emperor Xianzong was most like Taizu and Qingzu among later Ming. During his reign, he heavily relied on virtuous officials, punished corruption, rectified officialdom, restored Zhu Qiyu's imperial title, exonerated Yu Qian, and waged numerous campaigns, twice planning outrageous attacks that nearly wiped out the Jianzhou Jurchens. He also cracked down on the civil service, established the military examination system. Haha, Zhu Jianxin's civil and military achievements are quite reminiscent of ours. With more descendants like him, how could our Ming dynasty not last for thousands of years? So, after Qiyu's death, the throne should really be returned to him, Zhu Jianxin, the great-grandson of a treacherous father, must have been highly regarded by later generations, right? On the contrary, Emperor Xianzong was one of the most unfairly maligned emperors of the Ming dynasty, even portrayed as a debauched and incompetent ruler. In the history of Ming, what? Did our descendants offend the historians who compiled the history of Ming? What exactly happened? It's all because the county magistrate Donghua didn't kill them enough, leading to the rise of the Jianzhou Jurchens and the downfall of the Ming dynasty. Our great Ming dynasty perished in the hands of those barbarian savages beyond the Great Wall. The Ming dynasty ruled for 276 years, through 16 emperors. Then, the Jin dynasty was established. The Ming dynasty only lasted a little over 200 years. We always knew the Ming dynasty would eventually fall, but we never imagined the Central Plains would once again fall into the hands of foreign tribes. Our descendants are so incompetent. Your Majesty, I'll immediately return and lead the army to destroy the Jurchens. My great-grandson, take me to see the last emperor of the Ming dynasty. We want to see just how incompetent and foolish he was, that he personally lost our great Ming dynasty. Grandfather, please calm down. Actually, Emperor Chongzhen had no choice. Why don't you go see Emperor Xianzu first? The Ming dynasty didn't fall overnight. Your great-grandson will take you to meet all the emperors after the Ming dynasty, and you'll understand. Very well. I want to make one Jinner Empress. Why not? Your Majesty? Wan Jinner is just a palace maid, and she's 16 years older than you. If you make her empress, the court, the people, and everyone will gossip about you that you've just ascended the throne. You can't act like this. I don't care. When I was 5, I was imprisoned in the southern palace with my father during those days. If it weren't for Jinner's companionship, how could I have lived to this day? His fourth sister and fourth mother have been so devoted to me that I once promised that when I ascended the throne, I would make her empress. Oh, absolutely not. Your Majesty, Mother Empress, Jin'er, why are you here? Your Majesty, Jin'er, what virtue or ability do you have to be Empress? Please don't make things difficult for the officials. No, I've had enough. Mother Empress, Your Majesty, the late Emperor already chose you when he was alive. Ignore the idea of her being Empress. Stop making a fuss. Hey, what's going on? Tell us. On this stage is the great ancestor, the Emperor Gaozong. Kid, I didn't expect you to be such a romantic. Haha, no wonder you're from the Zhu family. Like me. Right, Zhu Chongba, you're such a romantic. Yes, in my heart, there's only you, my dear sister. And what about Qianu? Oh, well, what about this? Concubine. We've all heard from our great-grandson that this girl is truly remarkable. Let her sit on the Empress's throne. Ha, really? Your Majesty, this seems to go against the ancestral precepts, doesn't it? Yes. What ancestral precepts? Those were all set by us. Why should we be bound by them when we do what we want? This Empress also agrees to let one Jin'er be the Empress. Go and prepare. Yes, Your Majesty, thank you for your generosity, Your Majesty. If you want to thank someone, thank your great-grandson. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't just not help you. We'd give you a good beating. Your Majesty, I know. This person, who is this ancestor of mine? Ha ha ha. Your Majesty, please have some tea. This little eunuch is quite clever. I am actually the central ruler of the Ming Dynasty. Ming calendar, second only to Emperor Taizu and Emperor Taizong among the successor emperors. Is that an overstatement of my praise? Mr. Xie? That assessment is not an exaggeration at all. Your martial arts are no less than Emperor Taizong's, and your civil administration and political maneuvering surpass even that of Emperor Taizu's great-grandson. Who do you look down on? How could we possibly lose to this kid in court governance? Father, actually, I think you might not even be as good as me in civil administration. Hey, you little rascal, you're asking for a beating. Mother, you be the judge, am I telling the truth? Girl, are we really as bad as he says? Compared to the founding emperors of past dynasties, you certainly didn't excel in civil administration. Compared to Emperor Taizong of Tang and Emperor Taizu of Song, we are indeed lacking. But compared to this kid, in what way are we inferior? During the middle of Emperor Xianzong's reign, he truly achieved absolute power in the court, with all officials submitting. How did he do it? In his cabinet, ministers like Shuo Sheng, Wan En, and Lu Ji, skilled at guessing. The emperor's intentions in seeking self-preservation led to the cabinet becoming a paper tiger, the 3 grand secretaries as clay figures, and the 6 sacred texts as a tool. The minister's duties were no longer to offer advice and suggestions, but only to understand, execute, and implement imperial decrees. This transformed the civil service into an administrative tool highly dependent on imperial power. 2. Regarding the question-answer, officials and remonstrating ministers suppressed dissent, making it difficult for the government to exert public opinion control. At the same time, they established a system at the grassroots level, granting eunuchs immense power to check and balance court officials. Through a series of interconnected strategies, Emperor Xianzong successfully transformed from control to absolute power, pinnacle of authority. Indeed, compared to his 2 strategies, some of our policies were too simplistic and brutal. Helped the Ming Dynasty out of the quagmire of the Tumu crisis, and Jian Shun has done a great job. He is worthy of being called a restorer of the dynasty, and he has earned the approval of both ancestors. Jian Shun dies without regrets. Xianzong ascended amidst troubles. Looking at his life, he internally reorganized the military, built Great Wall, strengthened defenses, the imperial system, displayed an aggressive and tough stance towards foreign powers, known for ability to appoint capable people, streamline army, reduce old and weak, promote elites, reform the military examination system, improve the economy, stabilize The country, Liang Guangping pacified Jingzhou and Xiang. Li Ting swept mountains, recovered Hetao, enabling displaced people to live in peace and prosperity, and promoting commerce and industry. Li Ting swept through the mountains and recovered the Hetao region, which brought peace and prosperity to displaced people, commerce, industry. Yet this ruler brought about a restoration of the dynasty was vilified by the Qing dynasty. It is known that later generations only remember him as a foolish emperor with a mother complex, who favored eunuchs. Furthermore, a famous martial arts writer Ivinus the opening line of his book to describe him as, during this chaotic era, the people are suffering. We'll focus on fitness and other things. We must destroy the Jurchens' lair and exterminate their kind. Do you hear me? Your Majesty, if you send troops against the Jurchens, this humble servant Wang Zai is willing to be the vanguard. Ha ha ha. You little eunuch, your ambitions are quite high. You Regioners recently adopted orphan, right? I don't expect you to charge into battle, just serving Jiner well is enough, Your Majesty. Emperor Xianzong, don't underestimate Wang Ji. This lad is your future Huatsubing. What? What did you say? Xuanzong and Huatsubing are such figures. How can a eunuch compare to a beauty? Are you mistaken? Mr. Zhu, I am Grandfather Cheng. Historically, Guangxi was a figure comparable to Zheng He. At 16, he was the commander of the Western Depot, wielding immense power. At 17, he left his post to study early and pacified the Jurchen tribes. At 20, he and Wang Yu attacked Weininghai and swept through Mongolia as the sharpest sword in Emperor Xianzong's hand. It is no exaggeration to call him the champion of the Ming Dynasty. Good lad. Isn't this the hiltless Lan Yuli Wenzhong? I never thought that the eunuchs of my Ming Dynasty were so capable. No wonder his family praised Wan Jiner so much that he single-handedly nurtured the sword. And this little fellow, even I am not as good as him. Your Majesty, Wang Ziyuan would you like to be my Huatsubing? I'd gladly give my life for your Majesty. If you destroy the Jurchens, I bestow upon you the title of Marquis of Champion. What then? This is a sarcastic expression of dissatisfaction. Your great-grandson Wang Ji was ultimately killed by the sword god, wasn't he? Your great-grandson Wang Ji was ultimately killed sword god? Why say that, Your Majesty? The sword god used him to check and balance the civil officials. The civil official group must have hated him to the bone. How could he not die? Haha. Your Highness, you only guessed half. Right. Fang Ji was indeed framed by the civil officials later, but his life was not in danger. In his early 20s, he was demoted by the county magistrate to guard a desolate tomb. He had a peaceful end. Ha ha. Everyone says emperors are the most ruthless, but the sword god is actually quite compassionate and righteous. It's a pity that since the founding of the Ming Dynasty, the civil service has never had a moment off peace. Speaking of which, we haven't killed enough to say that civil officials truly rose to power. It wasn't until the reign of Emperor Xiaozong Zhu Yuqing, the son of Emperor Xianzong, during the Hongji era. Was my son a foolish ruler? Not at all, because of the solid foundation you laid. During Xiaozong's reign, there was even a brief Hongji restoration. His reputation in later generations is much better than yours that we've discovered that. These history books are all written by scholars who treated them well. They just fawn over whoever is the founding emperor that you've hit the nail on the head, kid. Stop praising us. Tell me what Zhu Yuqing actually accomplished. Founder, if we're talking about the most devoted husband in the Ming Dynasty, it's not you and Emperor Xianzong, but Emperor Xiaozong. He practiced monogamy his entire life. What? Zhu Yuqing only had one woman in his life? That's right. But life must have been so meaningless. Zhu Chongba, what are you barking about? Hey girl, let me explain. My son hasn't forgotten his given name, has he? No. After Emperor Xiaozong ascended the throne, he abolished the Western Depot, restored the imperial examination system, abolished torture, built water conservancy projects, and opened up coastal areas. The Maritime Trade Office restarted the tribute trade. Overall, he was a fairly capable ruler. However, his benevolence led to the gradual weakening of imperial power. Later reign, he became puppet of civil officials. He can only be said to be a good person, but definitely not a good emperor. This kid is too lenient with civil officials and has no backbone at all. Our great name is to share the world with the people, not with the scholar. Officials, my great-grandson passed us on. We must teach this Zhu Yuqing a good lesson. He is a sword god. Remember, twice leaving the pavilion. If that's not enough, then leave him 100 times, 1,000 times, until the Jurchen people completely disappear from history. Obeying the Crown Prince's order, Your Majesty. Please rest. Thank you, Empress. I'm so thirsty to can't you pour me a cup of tea? Brother, 3,000 acres, the South City, are not fertile fields. Just give them to me. Wasteland. Humph. Hellion, do you think I'm a fool? I have repeatedly issued decrees prohibiting the imperial relatives from encroaching on land. Can't you just shut up? Sister, look, brother-in-law, His Majesty Helen doesn't want much, it's only 3,000 acres. Just give it to him. No. Your Majesty. Please, sister, actually, I already had the invitations for those 3 days. I came to the palace to inform him. Hey. Father, don't be angry. This world belongs to you. Can't my Zhang family benefit from it? All right, I'll talk to the Ministry of Revenue later and give him the 3,000 acres of fertile land. Great. My husband strictly ordered that his rank is too low. Look, Your Majesty, the young imperial uncle is drunk, wearing your clothes and raping palace maids. What did you say? Go find Zhu Yucheng, that brat. Ha ha ha, help. Don't run. Beauty, let me kiss you. Ha ha ha, this beast is Zhu Yucheng. Little song, you're quite the player. The sword-forging god chose this scoundrel as his heir. You are a descendant of the Zhu family. Which palace's concubine are you? I see you still have your charm. Ah, fourth brother. Chop this beast to pieces. Who are you? How? Dare you lay a hand on me? Young Uncle Gua, are you all right? Arrest these assassins. That old beauty, leave. Her here. Oh, you still recognize the great ancestor and Emperor Taizong? You know who I am. Didn't I tell you to arrest someone? Why are you kneeling? Stop. Grandmother. Grandfather, brother, in-law, you've come at the right time. Anyway, you can't touch me sister's concubines in the palace. So why don't you let me enjoy this one? You, Zhu Yucheng. Why are you hitting my father? Yanling, are you all right? Sister, you must stand up for me. Your descendant, Zhu Yucheng, pays respects to the Taizong emperors. Grandmother. So you are Zhu Yucheng. Tell me, how dare this brat, a relative of the emperor, so brazenly rape a palace maid in the palace? And why is that imperial crown on his head? Grandfather, you're a useless piece of trash. You coward. Do you even deserve to be the emperor of our great Ming? What are you doing? You brat, you insulted our mother. I'd kill you 800 times, over to quell my hatred. Brother-in-law, sister. Yingling. Grandfather, you've gone too far. His Majesty won't be beaten to death, will he? The court and the people. I've long been dissatisfied with the Zhang brothers, and now that the Taizu Emperor has executed them, it's truly gratifying. We can spare the Zhang family and not exterminate their entire clan, but you must take more concubines and have more children. Taizu Emperor, I have the later Zhao dynasty. One is enough. That what's the point of having so many children? Emperor Xiaozong. Your son, Emperor Wuzong Zhu Hozhao, died young without leaving any children. You're practically childless. What? I'm childless? Actually, not only did Wuzong die young, but you didn't live many years either. You said you died in the 18th year of the Hongji Reignat, only 38 years old. I was healthy. How could I die so young? How long did my great-grandson, the sword god, live? Emperor Qinghuan died in the 23rd year of the Qinghuan Reignat, the age of 41. I, on the other hand, lived to be over 70. Why are our descendants all so short-lived? There's a saying in later generations that Emperor Xianzong, Emperor Xiaozong, and Emperor Wuzong didn't die a natural death, but there's no such record in the history of Ming. What are you referring to? Is it the work of the civil official group? Do you remember Lu Wentai, the imperial physician to Emperor Xiaozong? He was demoted from a 4th-rank imperial physician to a 5th-rank judge for causing the death of the late emperor. You ask, he's such a quack, yet you didn't execute his entire family? This father of mine is even more benevolent than my eldest son, Zhu Gaoqi. Lu Wentai is quite an extraordinary person, having caused the deaths of 2 Ming emperors in succession, yet still managing to die peacefully. Are you saying I also died at his hands? Yes, historical records show that you only had a cold, but he cured you with medicine. I don't believe. There was no one involved. These scoundrels, they dared murder emperor. It's truly rebellious. Could it be that the Ming dynasty perished at the hands of these civil officials? The civil officials of that time certainly played a part. Foolish, incompetent ruler. You allowed civil officials power. How could our Ming dynasty just fall? Like that? Emperor Taizu. My family has said that I was a first-rate wise ruler in later generations. What does the fall of the Ming dynasty have to do with me? Emperor Taizu. My family has said that I was a first-rate wise ruler in later generations. What's Ming's fall to do with me? Emperor Xiaozong. I didn't explain clearly. Actually, you can only be considered a wise ruler in the eyes of the civil officials and scholars. Economically, you built temples and bridges and engaged in large-scale construction projects, squandering the national treasure. You have completely squandered the wealth left by the county magistrate. Militarily, due to lack of funds, the northern invasion was rampant, resulting in the loss of walnuts. In terms of governance, if civil officials are guilty of embezzlement, they can pay to redeem themselves. That we would rather execute all corrupt officials in the world and their entire families. But you can buy your life with money. You bastard. I won't chop you up. It's one thing for Emperor Xiaozong to be bad at managing his court, but he couldn't even manage his household servants, leading to rampant corruption among eunuchs, not to mention the Zhang brothers, whose misfortune and subsequent backlash lasted for over 50 years. It's clear that the Ming dynasty began its decline during Emperor Xiaozong's reign. Emperor Wuzong, too, in an attempt to break the deadlock, created tyrannical laws that nearly shattered the Ming dynasty's vicious cycle. What are these tyrannical laws? Is Zhu Haozhou going to be another decadent and incompetent ruler? Emperor Taizu. Actually, Wuzong was like one of your nephews, Wenzhong not Wenzhong. Both of them seemed like playboys, but they were capable of shouldering heavy responsibilities in important matters. Wenzhong, what is this leopard house? The leopard house was Emperor Wuzong's detached palace, which contained a brothel. The temple grounds were filled with ferocious wild beasts. Emperor Wuzong lived a life of debauchery, neglected state affairs for a long time. What? Isn't this a foolish emperor? Emperor Taizu. Look at me. Compared to the later Zhao, I've been a pretty good emperor. Why are you always targeting me? You bastard. Isn't it because you failed to raise your son properly? Sister, didn't you go to teach Zhang a lesson? Why are you back? Zhang begged me to spare Zhu Youqing's life. Humph. None of these descendants are easy to deal with. What leopard house? It's clearly King Zhou of Shang's 9 pools and Jade Forest. What leopard house? It's clearly King Zhou of Shang's 9 pools and Jade Forest. Emperor Taizu, actually. Emperor Wuzong's purpose in creating the private rooms was not for enjoyment, but to break free from the control of the civil official group. What does that mean? When Emperor Wuzong ascended the throne, the Ming dynasty had been completely ruined by Emperor Xiaozong, with power falling into the hands of civil officials and eunuchs, and the emperor being utterly powerless. To break this situation, Emperor Wuzong established the Baofeng Palace, making it the venue for handling all national affairs. In this way, the cabinet became virtually useless. This seemingly absurd move successfully regained power. Haha, this kid is clever. Indeed, Emperor Wuzong's military talent was equally impressive. In the 12th year of Zhengde's reign, the Mongol Dadan launched a major invasion. To resolve the border troubles, Emperor Wuzong proclaimed himself the mighty general, changed name to Zhu Shou. The Battle of Yingzhou, where the Ming army defeated Dain Khan's Dadan tribe, is known as the Great Victory of Yingzhou. Nearly 100,000 troops were involved on both sides, with the Ming army killing countless enemies. However, due to the deliberate downplaying of the battle by Qing dynasty historians, the Ming army only killed a few dozen, while suffering over 50 casualties themselves. These Jurchen barbarians, we wish we could skin them all alive and eat them. There's definitely something fishy about this battle. The casualties of the Dadan tribe are indeed unknown. However, several months later, Temujin, the 15th generation of the great Khan, Dain Khan, on whom the Mongols placed their hopes, died of illness for decades afterward. The Mongol Dadan tribe was severely weakened and dared not further plunder the borders. My son is so powerful, haha. He's the first emperor to personally lead an expedition since me and the Holy One. I admire this kid's courage. Can you believe? That's such a powerful emperor, capable of fighting tigers, ultimately drowned? How could that be? 6 years later, Emperor Wuzong, at the age of 31, accidentally fell into the water and died coughing up blood. His various reform attempts came to an abrupt end. Good. 3 emperors in a row died under mysterious circumstances. Does the Ming Dynasty still belong to the Zhou family? Chongba, if you want to say that you also bear some responsibility for all of this, sister, what does this have to do with me? Chongba, think about it. Since the founding of the dynasty, how many of your old brothers who followed you have lived to a good death? They gone. With the nobility group checking and balancing the civil officials, they naturally became too powerful. 12 o'clock. It's all your fault, Emperor Qingzu. Your mistakes are equally significant. What did I do? You formed the cabinet and let the civil officials help with the approval and handling of government affairs, which led to them gradually becoming the controllers of power. Ha ha. Why are you laughing? The more you talk, the angrier I get. My great-grandson passed me on. It will take you a lot of killings to appease. My hatred. The old ancestor is finally leaving. Wait a minute. Oh, the old ancestor. Is there anything else? Is Lu Jin dead? Your Majesty, Lu Jin has been torn to pieces. Before heading, he murmured, "This servant Lu Jin has failed your Majesty's expectations. It is I who have wronged him." Your Majesty, don't you think about it. Sent Lu Jin to investigate finances, rectify salt tax, to clear obstacles, establish military farms, rubbing salt in their lungs. These measures were certainly not wrong, but they also completely pushed the civil officials to their limits. It seems that we can only start with military means. This reform has failed, but it doesn't matter. I am still young and have plenty of time to play with these civil officials. Your Majesty, be careful not to repeat the mistakes of the 2 late emperors. Don't worry, Imperial physician Wu Ji has been by my side since childhood. With him here, I will be fine. Go and see how the imitation of the muskets and breech-loading cannons sent by the Portuguese envoy is going. Where did this sorcerer come from? Zhu Hozhao, a descendant of Emperor Taizu, pays respects to Emperor Taizong. Emperor Taizong, you were such a valiant young man, yet you drowned. I truly never imagined. Emperor Taizu, what do you mean? So, you mean I died? Without even having an heir. Emperor Wuzong, you drowned? Impossible. Headmaster, you are also a scholar, you know these scoundrels best. Tell me, how should we resolve the situation in the Zhengde reign? Your Majesty, the only solution now is to let the civil officials fight amongst themselves. Only then will they lower their guard against the emperor. Your Majesty can then seize the opportunity to consolidate military power. In this way, wouldn't the court be filled with endless factional strife? As long as Your Majesty holds military power, when they have made a mess of the court, you can then send troops to the capital to suppress everyone and kill the party leaders, thus shaking the world. In this way, imperial power will be re-established, and any reforms can proceed smoothly. Not a bad idea. But with me here, it won't be so troublesome. Captain Suda, go back and have Lan Yu bring our 3 major battalions. We want to kill people. Lan Yu bring our 3 major battalions. We want to kill people. Sure. Your Majesty, do you know why you have summoned us in such a hurry? I have been dreaming of Emperor Taizu and Emperor Taizong recently that I didn't expect him to actually appear. Ridiculous. Your Majesty, as the representative of all people, how can you make such a joke? Guards, drag Your Majesty down from the dragon throne. Yang Tianhe, between you and me, who is the ruler? And who is the subject? Of course, Your Majesty is the ruler. I just hope that Your Majesty will do less absurd things and focus your energy on the country and the state. Aren't the country and the state decided by you ministers? When is it necessary? Your Majesty, what makes you say such a thing? How did Lu Jin die? Don't think I don't know that. In this world, it's okay if you are corrupt. And he is corrupt, but not if you are corrupt. Your Majesty, all right. You should go and explain to Emperor Taizu. Welcome back, Emperor Taizu and Emperor Taizo. Haha. Your Majesty, order your troops to surround the palace completely. The great ancestor has actually descended. Why don't you kneel before the ancestor? Oh, it's true. Kneel quickly. Your Majesty, we, your subjects, pay our respects. Rise. Let us properly examine the affairs of the Ming Dynasty. Officials. Have any of you embezzled or accepted bribes? Drag them all out and execute their entire families. Great ancestor, spare us. I haven't dared to spend a single tael of the embezzled silver. My family has been farmers for generations, terrified of poverty. Great ancestor, spare us. I haven't dared to spend a single tael of the embezzled silver. My family has been farmers for generations. It's because the farmers are terrified of poverty, Your Majesty. Oh. You're all so audacious. You didn't even respect the emperor. I heard you forced the later Zhao imperial palace to shut down. Your Majesty, we are utterly loyal. How could we do such a thing? Your Majesty doesn't return to the palace because he's addicted to extortion that we tried to dissuade him, but to no avail. Stop making excuses. This is for our descendants. He knows perfectly well what you've done. Great-grandson, tell us. In the 15th year of Jingde, Emperor Wuzong, disregarding the objections of his ministers, went on a southern inspection tour, but mysteriously fell into the water twice along the way. He died shortly after returning to the palace. Your Majesty's insistence on the tour led to this incident. How can you place the blame on your subjects? When Emperor Wuzong rode back to the capital, he was only slightly unwell, but 3 days later, he vomited blood and fainted. During his coma, it was you, Yang Tingyi, who ordered the closure of the capital and the transfer of Jiangbin and other directly subordinate troops. 6 months later, Emperor Wuzong's health deteriorated further. He seemed to have a premonition and requested a change of imperial physicians, but you flatly refused. Not long after, Emperor Wuzong died. Oh dear, another assassin. Really? This is not something Lord Yang would do. Your Majesty, this is definitely not true. As your teacher, and a veteran of 3 Ming dynasties, how could I do such a thing? You old codger, you still dare to argue. You are courting death. How dare Qin Xianghua lay a hand? On the Grand Secretary, there are quite a few scholars who died at Laozi's hands. Who are you? I am Lan Yu, the Marquis of Yongchang. The 3-legged, skinned, grass-eating Lan Yu. Your Majesty, when did you skin me alive? This Lan Yu, you are our adopted son. How could we skin you alive? Don't listen to these idiots. Talking nonsense. It's true. You are our adopted son, grand ancestor. This is my name. Qiu Ba, you are cursing our soldiers. Qiu Ba, how dare you? Guards, let them see Qiu Ba's methods. Good. Grandfather Tai Bai, Yang Tianhe, has no relation to Yuzhen our rebellion. Grandson, continue. Emperor Wuzong is about to die. Originally, per the Grand Ancestor's teachings, the successor should be a prince of the Chongwang lineage. But you, to better control the court, you wanted to choose a puppet. So, you made Zhu Hozong, the 14 or 15-year-old heir of the Prince of Xing, emperor. How shameless. Is Yang Tingyi planning to bring disaster to the country? You dare to disobey our ancestral teachings. You really something. Drag Yang Tingyi away. The 3rd move. Arrest all of Yang Pingyi's faction. The 3rd move. Arrest all of Yang Pingyi's faction. It's the old minister of the Taizu emperor who wants to resign. What about this great-grandson? Li Dongyang has a high historical reputation. He was the first minister of the Ming dynasty to be bestowed the title of Wenzheng. Is Wenzheng really true? Li Dongyang is still resigning? I'm not eating anymore. Okay, you go and assist Li Shan change in stabilizing the court as soon as possible. One is, huh? This old man is so happy. Your Majesty, you must know that sage of literature is the highest praise for a civil official. Throughout history, very few have received this honor. Suda, you led your men to reorganize the capital's army. I heard you have Western women in your leopard house. Yes, Your Majesty, but I didn't spend a fortune to buy them. For fun, but to learn foreign languages. Ha ha ha, I must learn foreign languages too. Come on, take me to the newspaper office and see. Ha ha ha, Lieutenant, I also want to learn foreign languages. Hey, can you even understand them? My great-grandson, tell me, where should we start with the problems of the Zhengde era? Your Majesty, you should ask Emperor Wuzong about this. This kid only knows how to govern by learning foreign languages. What does he? No, Grand Ancestor, you've learned plenty of foreign languages too. What nonsense are you spouting, you brat? Captain, you don't want to learn foreign languages either? The Empress will find out about this. Won't she? What are you planning? I want to learn foreign languages too. Go away. When we march on the northern Yuan, we'll appoint you as Grand General. Yes, Your Majesty. The consort Yuan must have been talking about foreign languages, right? General, foreign languages aren't something you can learn. Great. Grandson, as someone from a later generation, you have more experience, so why don't you speak? Grand Ancestor, if you want to talk about the problems of the Zhengde era, firstly, the army, since Emperor Xiaozong. The border troops have been severely corrupt. Secondly, the gentry of Jiangnan. These people are rich and powerful, and they control maritime trade. Later, Emperor Wuzong borrowed the Prince of Ning's. The so-called southward expedition was actually to collect taxes from Jiangnan. Lieutenant, those pedantic scholars of Jiangnan, let me deal with them. Give me 5,000 soldiers. And chop them all up? Give me 5,000 soldiers. And chop them all up. Wan Yu, are you a real tiger? Are those people in Jiangnan so easy to deal with? Prince Yin, don't be fooled by your later ascension to the throne in terms of military prowess. No match for me. Actually, Emperor Jai Jinggalso had designs on the Jiangnan gentry. He not only failed but also suffered a humiliating defeat. Prince Xing, the heir apparent, what did he do? In the early Jiajing period, he cleared out land hoarding, reduced the power of hereditary relatives of the empress, and reclaimed the power of the gentry. Then he replaced the eunuch garrison commander of Nanjing, attempting to reorganize Nanjing, but he did a good job. And then what? All the men he sent out died, and then the sorcerers came to burn, kill, and loot. The south was engulfed in flames, and the gods, confined to their quarters in repentance, allowed dozens of sorcerers to take advantage of the situation and march all the way to the walls of Nanjing. Could it be that those people from the south were involved? Could it be that those people from the south were involved? Actually, less than 40% of the bandits who landed were genuine Japanese pirates. The rest were prominent figures, many smugglers and seafarers. Thus, it seems that maritime merchants and Japanese pirates are inextricably linked. And at sea, it is the gentry of Jiangnan. Those damned bastards. What do they take our Zhu family for? They don't care who rules the world. Whoever infringes upon their interests, they will kill. It's time for a bloodbath. Lan Yu. General, this is the Lu family. Relying on their ancestor Lu Daxia, the Lu family has become one of the largest maritime powers in the south of the Ming Dynasty. Those descendants. I must destroy the Lu family. It seems that Lu Daxia is definitely a traitor to China. He killed his father. Just now, Lan Yu sent someone to report that he had carried out a massacre, killing countless gentry and nobles in Jiangnan, seizing 80 million dan of grain, gold, silver, jewels, fertile land, and countless paintings and calligraphy. Ha ha, good. Ho Zhao, you organize people to distribute the fertile land to the people to cultivate. Sure. Captain, There's a Confucian scholar outside the gate who claims to be Wang Yangming requesting an audience. Your Highness, perhaps. You should see him? This person is historically comparable to Confucius. This man is indeed a sage. He attained enlightenment in Longchong and became a saint overnight. The philosophy he advocated is called heart's blood. Greetings. Your Majesty, what brings you here today? I wish to seek justice for the hundreds of thousands of gentry in Jiangnan.mr. Wang, my great-grandson, just explained the new school you found dead to me. But I am a roughneck and only remember one phrase. Unity of knowledge and action. Would you like to hear my understanding of it, Your Majesty? Please speak. When I learned about the Ming Dynasty's finances, when the people of the Ming Dynasty were starving and the Jiangnan gentry had nearly emptied the treasury, all we could do was follow our hearts and immediately slaughter the gentrito, stabilize the normal operation of the Ming Dynasty. Would you call this a case of putting words into action? Mr. Yangming, do you know how terrible the future consequences of the Jiangnan gentry you are protecting will be? I would like to hear the details. In the future, the Donglin Party, with Jiangnan officials, landlords, and merchants at its core, will never have imagined that the Ming Dynasty would be overthrown by the Jurchens from beyond the Great Wall, and the new learning I founded will have been used by those with ulterior motivesto become the learning of national ruin. Ho Zhao, I've dealt with everything that needed to be dealt with. Now it's up to you, haha. Tai, don't worry. Great-grandson, let's hurry up and go to the Jiajing era that I've wanted to settle accounts with that brat Zhu Hotsung for a long time. Great-grandson, tell me about this Jiajing emperor. During Emperor Shizong's reign, he politically suppressed eunuchs, rectified officialdom, restricted the influence of imperial relatives, reformed the imperial examination system, expanded the capital and military, strengthened coastal defenses, and resisted Japanese pirates in the southeast. It can be said that the Ming Dynasty experienced a resurgence under his rule. Haha, our Ming Dynasty has quite a few resurgence rulers. Regardless of other factors, when it comes to imperial cunning, throughout Chinese history, probably no emperor can surpass him. Oh. Emperor Taizu, can you believe it? Emperor Shizong could skip court for over 20 years, devoting himself to cultivating immortality, yet still maintain imperial power and manipulate civil officials. What? He didn't attend court for over 20 years? This guy ate 20-year elixirs, no death. Shizong's immortality led to court absence. Might just be a way to survive. You know, the emperors before him all died mysteriously. This guy, however, even with such precautions of Emperor Shizong's 8 sons, only Prince Yu survived. One night, he himself was nearly strangled by a palace maid. These civil officials truly deserve to die. What is the evaluation of this boy in later generations? Thanks to the spread of a TV series, Emperor Jiajing is quite famous in later generations. What is a TV series? Emperor Taizu will understand once he goes to the future. After seeing these last few unfilial descendants, we will definitely go to the future with you. Let's go to the Jiajing era, respectfully bidding farewell to Emperor Taizu. And Emperor Taizong, young Zhao, learn less foreign languages and focus more on the people. He has cultivated a figure like a crane. Under 1,000 pines, 2 scriptures are contained. I have come to ask. Wu Yun said, the clouds are in the blue sky, the water is in the bottle. Your Majesty, Grand Secretary Su, Zhao Jinji, and Eunuch Chen are here. Let them in. Your Majesty, this servant denounces Zhao Jinji for forming a clique with Hai Rui. Grand Secretary Su, his mentor, was also involved. Zhao Jinji, you've been stumped by Chun Han's question. Your Majesty, I was a Jinshi in the 21st year of the Jiajing reign, a student of the Emperor. If I were to speak of a mentor, Your Majesty would be my mentor. In the 24th year of the Jiajing reign, I was appointed as an inspector in the Hanlin Academy, then promoted to reader, then governor, then minister of revenue, and finally, just 2 months ago, to the Grand Secretariat. Every step of my journey was thanks to Your Majesty's promotion. If Iwarito speak of a backer, Your Majesty would bay me backer. If I were to speak of an ally, I would only be Your Majesty's ally. Your Majesty's swords just now are not. A matter of the ruler discussing the way of the subject, I humbly request Your Majesty to retract. Them. Chun Hong gave you a chance, but you were useless. Your Majesty, these civil officials are indeed sharp-tongued. Your Majesty. Are you perhaps a deity descended to Earth? I've become a Taoist priest. I've become a Taoist priest. I've become a Taoist priest. Oh. Great ancestor, and you brat. It was you who changed our name from Taizong to Qingzu. Hey. Oh. Qingzu, have mercy. What kind of father do you call me? This brat really doesn't learn his lesson. I remember now. I remember everything. You are Taizong, my ancestor. You bastard. I spent my whole life proving that I was the rightful heir. And you, Qingzu, let future generations know that I seized the throne through rebellion. Isn't the temple name Taizu Qingzu nice? Nice to me, ass. I wanted to emulate Emperor Taizong of Tang. Qingzu, what the hell? Changing my father's temple name is one thing, but you dog, how did you kick me out of the ancestral temple? Emperor Renzong, how can you call it kicking? It's clearly moving your grandmother's temple. Oh. Great ancestor, help me. Why haven't I settled accounts with you yet? You led me astray, indulging in Taoist practices for over 20 years without attending court that you're truly unique in the Ming Dynasty. But your grandson hasn't been lazy. In these past 20 years, I first used the Grand Rights contest to defeat Yang Tingyi, then used the civil officials. Controlling the court is a complex and multifaceted task. I'm constantly scheming against those old foxes and behind their backs. I have to prevent myself from dying a violent death. Ancestor, being a person is hard. Being the emperor of the Ming Dynasty is even harder. We know it's difficult, otherwise would have killed you long ago. Ancestor, actually, Emperor Shizong did a really good job. He died exactly 200 years after the founding of Ming Dynasty. Southern pirates, northern vassals were basically wiped out. The court was full of talented people. The economy and culture were unprecedentedly prosperous. And social control was relatively free. This is the elixir you concocted. Father, no. It's sweet. Emperor Taizu was a sugar pill. What kind of elixir is this? It's all just to fool those civil officials. I was just saying that Emperor Shizong ate lead and mercury compounds for more than 40 years. How come he didn't die? The emperor of our Ming Dynasty is truly unparalleled in his achievements. Ancestor, there are too many shrewd people in this dynasty that I really can't outmaneuver them. All these shrewd people are the gravediggers of the Ming Dynasty. Tomorrow, I'll summon them all, give them a good thrashing. These gatekeepers, Emperor Taizu, can kill everyone else. But there's one person you can't kill. Who is it? Is it Yin Song or Su Jie? Gao Gong is Zhang Jujing. How could he be him? Zhang Jujing was among the candidates I prepared for my descendants as Grand Secretary. However, compared to Su Jie, Gao Gong is still slightly inferior. Tell me about this great-grandson. If Yu Qian extended the life of the Ming Dynasty by 200 years, then Zhang Jujing extended it by 60 years. Has the foreign enemy invaded the capital again? It's not war. It's reform. Zhang Jujing's reforms revitalized the late Ming Dynasty. Tell me, if his reforms are feasible, can they be promoted in other parallel worlds? Yes. Zhang Jujing's reforms began in the Wanli era. This reform can be said to be the most successful reform since the Qin and Han dynasties. Zhang Jujing's reforms surpassed even those of Wang Engshi in the northern Song dynasty. Was really that capable? What were the specific measures of his reforms? Economically, Zhang Jujing implemented the single whip law to reduce the unreasonable tax burden on the people. Politically, he rectified officialdom, emphasizing authority, official duties, rewards, punishments, and orders, eliminating and punishing a large number of officials. Militarily, he appointed generals like Qi Jiguang and Li Chengliang, thus eliminating the Japanese pirates and Tatars. Financially, he increased revenue and reduced expenditure, replenishing the national treasury. It's no exaggeration to say that Zhang Jujing's reforms gave the crumbling Ming Dynasty a final glimmer of hope, forcibly extending its life by 60 years. This guy was truly underestimated. Haha, if only our Ming Dynasty had more ministers like Yu Qian and Zhang Jujing. Yes. It's a pity that those who try to save a collapsing empire never have a good ending. Was Zhang Jujing also killed? No, it's just that after his death, the Zhang family was purged and their property confiscated. Even the deceased Zhang Jujing almost had his coffin exhumed and his corpse whipped. Which of our scoundrel descendants did this? The grandson of Emperor Shizong, Emperor Wanli, Zhu Yijuan. Where's this brat? We'll beat this scoundrel to death right now. My grandson is still a child, can't withstand your whipping. Bring him to court tomorrow so we can see him. A young grand secretary entering the palace in a sedan chair. What a grand display. Do you even have the concept of the people in your eyes? Humph. Zhang Jujing. What right to teach me? You dare criticize migrate Ming Dynasty 2 capitals, 1 city, 3 provinces. All nations weighed on my shoulders. It's not your place to speak of such things, Yin Shifan. Your greed and debauchery for the country won't last long. You dare to talk about greed and debauchery for the country? The national treasury is empty. My father and I have tried every means to make up for the deficit. But you've been trying to undermine it. When have you ever thought of me? When have you ever thought of my great Ming Dynasty? Go ahead and stir things up. Go ahead and stir things up. You little Wuzhong County is fighting at the front without a strategist, suffering defeats, causing chaos in the southeast, and ultimately destroying the great Ming Dynasty. I'm just risking my life alongside you. Your Majesty, this year all the national taxes have been collected. The Ministry of Revenue's intention is to take 2 million taels. You mean 3 million taels of taxes were collected? I can only take 2 million taels. Your Majesty, the 2 million taels belong to the Ministry of Revenue. Young Grand Secretary, that's all. You still want to thank the Young Grand Secretary? Your Majesty, the 2 million belongs to the Ministry of Revenue. Young Grand Secretary, that's all. You still want to thank the Young Grand Secretary? It's my money. They took the 2 million. I heard a young grand secretary married his 9th concubine yesterday. Stop talking nonsense. Your Majesty, the treacherous ministers have already jumped out on their own. Gao Gong is one, and Zhang Jujing is another. These two are plotting to form a faction, to bring me down. Treacherous ministers. How come? In the entire Ming Dynasty, only the young grand secretary is a loyal minister? You've won over Hu Zongxian and the army. Don't you have any treacherous intentions? The crown prince is also involved in military affairs. Does he also have treacherous intentions? You mean my son is also forming a faction? Your Majesty, we have wronged you and your son. Whether it's a wrong or not, let the Taizu Emperor decide. Judgment. Your Majesty, who are you talking about? Taizu. Qingzu? What Qingzu? I am Yin Song, the Ming Emperor. I heard from my great-grandson that you are one of the 10 most notorious traitors in history. Oh, Taizu, your old minister. Chen Shifan, kneel down now. You're quite sensible. I've served you faithfully all my life, even unto death. People talk about right and wrong. Taizu, your old minister has served for 20 years with merits and demerits, but I have no shame before the Ming Dynasty, and even less before your Majesty. Your Majesty, my father and I have controlled the court, sold official positions, formed cliques, and suppressed dissent, all under your orders. Shut up. When did I order you to do these things? You've all misunderstood my meaning. Your Majesty, you fool. Aren't you ashamed enough? Great-grandson, tell me, should Yin Song be killed? Yes, he should be killed. But from your perspective, saying he is a treacherous minister wouldn't be so bad. Haha, that's right. This old bastard, using Hu Weiyong's body. Guards. Take these two away. Out of haste. I apologize to the people of the world. Take these two away. Out of haste. I apologize to the people of the world. The Yuan family's property is confiscated, and the family members are exiled to Lingnan. Thank you, Emperor Taizu. Ha ha ha. People often say you're selfish and cold-hearted. And it's true. Quickly take them away. Everyone here, who is a member of Yan's faction, step forward and let us see. Ministerly, if you're not a member of Yan's faction, who is? Bah, on Grand Secretary Yan's 80th birthday, didn't you write the poem, One Pillar Supports the Ming Dynasty? You still have the nerve to accuse me of being a member of Yan's faction? I've never been to Yang's birthday celebrations. And you think you can call me a member of Yan's faction? You're a member of Yan's faction. You're the one who's a member of Yan's faction. Is his mother a civil official? This is an insult to civility. Oh my God. Why are you hitting me? Stop it. Stop it. It's Sujia. isn't it? Your orders are more powerful than the emperor's edicts. Sujie, isn't it? Your orders are more powerful than the emperor's edicts. Your Majesty, the emperor has not held court for decades. These ministers are used to the orders of the cabinet. So, Sujie, are you a loyal minister or a treacherous minister? Your Majesty, in this court, only Yin Song and his son are treacherous ministers. We are all good ministers who wholeheartedly serve the people. That's right, isn't it? Grandson, tell me. Sujie, you say you are a good minister. Then what about the hundreds of thousands of acres of land? Your Su family owns in Jiangnan and Songjiang Prefecture? This time, sir, those lands were accumulated by my ancestors. What's wrong with that? How do you explain that? Your family acquired 50,000 mu of land in such a short time after you entered the cabinet? Those were all bought with your own money. Those people who were ruined and killed because of your Su family must be dying with regrets. You, your faction, have always advocated the sea ban and fought to the death against opening the sea, saying it's an ancestral precept. But what about your Su family's more than 100 large ships? Those ships can only navigate inland waterways, not go to sea. And you're still bragging about it? You have such thick skin, yet you call yourselves pure faction. Aren't you ashamed? Ugh, Emperor Taizu and Emperor Qingzu, I'm wronged. Fine, we're too lazy to listen to your sophistry. Go and beat him up, suppress him, and exterminate his entire family. Yes, take him away and execute his entire family. Yes, this. Oh dear. Yin Song and Su Jie have been killed. Who else but me deserves the position of Grand Secretary? Zhang Jujing. I am Zhang Jujing. He poses no threat to me that it would be all right to plead for him. Your Majesty, Zhang Jujing is meritorious in governing the country, but inept at self-preservation. Never believe you said he was a treacherous minister. Yes. Your Majesty, Lord Zhang, you cannot kill me. You're my subject, Hairui. I have heard my great-grandson mention you. Among all the officials of the Ming Dynasty, I like you the most because only you truly have the people in your heart. Does your Majesty want Hai Gangfeng? Grand Secretary? Majesty, kill or torture me. Entirely up to you. Your Majesty, whether you kill me or torture me is entirely up to you. It is only a pity that your talents and ambitions have yet to be realized. You have done a great service to our Ming Dynasty, so cannot bear to kill you. Now that Yin Song is dead, you shall take the position of Grand Secretary. I, Zhang Jujing, shall be the Grand Secretary. How could this be possible? All those corrupt officials Chun Dairen mentioned by my family have been executed along with their entire families. Are the Japanese pirates in the south really that rampant? My grandson has already been promoted by Hu Xianzong. With the two of them around, the Japanese pirates will surely be wiped out soon. The Japanese pirates' massacre of civilians is truly despicable. Our Ming Dynasty is short of silver, while Japan is rich in silver. It's better to wait until Qiguang grows up, build large ships, and let him lead a large army to destroy Japan. Oh, Japan really has so much silver. Actually, the existence of large silver mines in Japan is no secret among the powerful families of Jiangnan. Coastal merchant ships constantly exchange goods for silver with Japan. It's just that the civil officials have been keeping it a secret from Emperor Shizong, those scoundrels. That's all my silver. After Emperor Muzong ascended the throne, the civil officials saw that the inflow of silver could no longer be concealed, so they agreed to lift the sea ban, the famous launching opening of the sea. Damn it. The original intention of issuing the sea ban was to strengthen coastal defense, but it unexpectedly enriched these powerful Jiangnan tycoons. Kill them. Kill them. Kill them. Your son has brought Zhu Yijuan. Grandfather, oh. My great-grandson. Grandfather Taizu, this is my grandson. He can kill Zhang Jujing. This kid will definitely be a tyrant when he grows up. Grandfather Taizu, I don't want to be a tyrant. I want to be a wise ruler, the first wise ruler of the Ming Dynasty. Haha. I don't want to see Wulong and Zhu Yijuan together again in the Jiaqing era. Emperor Hozong was barely passable as emperor, but what about his son? Grand ancestor Taizu left Gao Gong, Zhang Jujing, and Hai Rui to him. How could he possibly be a bad emperor? Father, your Sony's certainly not comparable to Taizu or Qingzu. And compared to you, Emperor Muzong was arguably the least memorable emperor in the history of the Ming Dynasty. What does that mean? Does it mean that Zhu Zaiho, like my eldest son, died young shortly after ascending the throne? Is that the reason? Muzong died after only 6 years on the throne at the age of 36. It said he died because of his debauchery. Damn it, another incompetent ruler. Fourth brother, hand me the knife. We're going to kill him ourselves. Grand ancestor Taizu, don't hit my father. Ha ha ha, don't rush to do it. The matter of Muzong's death due to debauchery seems very suspicious. You mean it was the civil service group who did it? It's hard to say. Historical records only state that Muzong had 13 concubines in his harem within 2.5 years of his reign. Is that a lot? Of course, Muzong's frequent selection of concubines shows he was lustful, but which emperor in history wasn't lustful? Even Taizu, Your Majesty, I'm afraid you can't escape the temptation either. Oh, you're bringing up, what are we doing here? Ha. If you're going to cultivate Taoism and abstain from lust, why don't you just become a Taoist priest with me? Father, don't worry, I'll dismiss the concubines as soon as I return to the palace. Emperor Muzong can't be considered a foolish ruler. The reason he's not well known is firstly because he died too young, and secondly because during his reign he entrusted all state affairs to the cabinet. He often remained silent. During court discussions, if he's not a foolish ruler, then who is? In this way, wouldn't the cabinet's power expand rapidly? Emperor Taizu and Emperor Taizong, I'm afraid their actions were also for self-preservation. Emperor Taizu and Emperor Taizong, I'm afraid their actions were also for self-preservation. Father, I'm afraid that. Apart from Emperor Taizu and Emperor Taizong, most emperors in the Ming Dynasty who wanted to establish a dynasty and achieve something didn't have good endings. On the contrary, it was those like Emperor Jiajing and Emperor Wanlehou didn't govern for decades and lived long lives. I understand. Could Zhu Ziji's early death be related to his advocacy of opening up the sea? That's possible. Emperor Muzong abolished the sea ban and advocated for tax reduction. Either way, it touched the hearts of the powerful families in the south. The foundation of the emperor's power, Xifeng died at the age of 36, when the rebel army was only 10 years old, eliminating one unruly ruler and then supporting a more easily controlled puppet emperor to ascend the throne. What a brilliant strategy. These scoundrels. What did I, his grandson, think of them when I was on the throne? This cleverness. Perhaps he's a wise ruler. The name of Emperor Shinzong can be said to have truly begun its decline from the Wanli era. What nonsense. Cough, cough, cough. We should have known long ago. How can someone who wants to utterly destroy Zhang Jujing be considered a wise ruler? Emperor Taizu, calm down. Actually, there were reasons why Emperor Wanli hated Zhang Jujing so much. What reasons could there be? Mainly because Zhang Jujing, as his teacher, controlled Emperor Wanli too harshly, and he himself was too hypocritical. For example, Zhang Jujing often advised Wanli to be frugal and cultivate virtue, while he himself rode in a 32-chariot carriage. Zhang Jujing, with his luxurious sedan chair, even bluntly stated that military prowess was not the primary concern of the prime minister, but rather the foundation of the state. He even accepted recommendations and praise from officials across the country, including Song Taiwei. Under such circumstances, imperial power was practically undermined. How was this different from Hoguang? Zhang Jujing was not a perfect man, at least during his lifetime. He never considered replacing the Ming Dynasty. Logically, the Ming Dynasty should have experienced a revival after Zhang Jujing's reforms. Why then did it decline? Zhang Jujing's reforms were not entirely successful. After his death, Zhu Yijuan abolished all reform policies. Of course, some officials certainly contributed to this, as they were the ones who least wanted the reforms to succeed. What other foolish things did this idiot do? There's too much to say about the Wanli Emperor. He reigned for a full 48 years, together with Emperor Shizong. Their reigns accounted for half the Ming Dynasty's total reign. How could this kid live so long? No, that's right. Emperor Wanli, like you, reigned for 48 years, but he didn't attend Court for 28 of them. Compared to us, you guys are a bunch of lazy pigs. The two laziest emperors became the longest reigning emperors of the Ming Dynasty besides you. Where's the justice in that? The reason Emperor Wanli didn't attend court for so long was partly because his health was indeed poor. Later generations opened his coffin and found that he not only had a limp and couldn't stand, but also had dental problems. The other reason was that he and the civil service group, the succession dispute. He wanted to establish the third prince, Zhu Changshu, as the heir, while the ministers preferred the eldest son, Zhu Changluo. What succession dispute? Ultimately, it's a power struggle, isn't it? Enough said, children are too fragile. Take us to see this kid. This is... To respectfully send off the great Ming Emperor, Taiho, Zhang Jujing, Hai Rui, Hu Xian, and Zong Qi Jiguang. These are all pillars of our great Ming. You must not kill them. Do you hear me? Why are you late for today's lesson? Master Zhang, I don't know why, but my legs have been aching these past 2 days. I really can't walk fast. Nonsense. The imperial physicians have said your legs are fine. How dare you lie? The rebel army is disobedient. How can I be a good emperor? Quickly, extend your hand. Come out. Empress Zhang. Zhang Envoy. Look behind you. What's that noise? It's the Emperor's guards. Come quickly. Guards, protect. The Emperor. Who dares to wear my dragon robe? It's you, Zhu Yijuan. Oh, Emperor. Taizu and Emperor Taizong, Chief Minister Zhang is too ruthless. He's beating the Emperor to death. Who says otherwise? Ancestor. You suddenly appeared and beat your grandson without any explanation. What's the reason? Great-grandson. Tell him it's Chief Minister Zhang. It's Wanli year. 8. Then you only have 2 years left to live. Nonsense. Not long after Chief Minister Zhang's death, Emperor Wanli abolished all your reform policies. Not only so, they even purged your Zhang family and almost exhumed and whipped your corpse. What? Impossible. I respected Master Zhang so much. How could he do such a thing? His family came from later generations. His words are all history. I don't know what your majesty did afterward. Nothing much, except that you didn't be absent from court 30 years that I in Wanli's later years. There were serious vacancies in various departments of the court, and many officials never even saw the emperor once in their lives. Then the Wanli emperor's 3 great campaigns, defeating the Mongols in Ningxia, crushing the Japanese in Korea, and annihilating the Tusi chieftain in Guozhou. The Ming army won all 3 major battles. That it's good that they won, that it's good that they won. Oomph. At least they have some achievements. I didn't expect that in later generations, my Ming army would still have such fighting power. I knew it. Without Master Zhang, I could still be a good emperor. My son has made something of himself. Although we won the 3 major wars, they burned more than 10 million taels of silver from the Ming Dynasty, completely destroying the wealth accumulated through the reforms in the central capital. What? How could this be? We fought wars our whole lives. We should have expected this outcome. The wars depleted the treasury, left the army without pay, and forced us to levy additional taxes on the people. But that wasn't the worst part. The 3 major campaigns resulted in the near annihilation of Qi Jiguang's Liaodong cavalry. Nur Hasai seized the opportunity to unify the Jurchen tribes in the north, launching the Battle of Saru. In this battle, the Ming dynasty suffered a crushing defeat, losing 100,000 elite troops. The foundation of the Ming dynasty was completely shaken. Although Emperor Wanli tried his best to salvage the situation, he died soon after. The court was then controlled by the Donglin party and the eunuch faction. The Ming dynasty entered its final countdown. Could the Ming dynasty have fallen because of a garrison? Could the Ming dynasty ultimately fall at the hands of a female emperor? Yes, It's my fault. Your Majesty, I failed to properly educate you. I am the greatest sinner of the Ming Dynasty. It's fate. It's destiny. Mr. Zhang, we don't blame you. If you want to blame someone, blame this little rascal. He hasn't attended court for over 20 years. Does he think he's Zhu Hotsong? Your Majesty, I was determined to be a good emperor, at least for now. I never imagined not attending court for over 20 years. Could it be that my parenting methods were flawed? My legs really hurt. Your Majesty, you dare to feign illness in front of Your Majesty? Germs, get up. Historical records show that Emperor Shinzong did indeed have a serious leg ailment. What? Well, thankfully it's not too serious. Your Majesty, perhaps I should take Zhu Yijun back to the inner chambers to see a doctor? Okay, we'll deal with him properly when he returns. Okay, we'll deal with him properly when he returns. Your Majesty, they're back. They're back. The doctor who handled the funeral arrangements for the great ancestor Sadie had some kind of diabetes. After taking the medicine, I'm much better now. The hospital even cured my toothache. Great ancestor, you don't know, a toothache isn't a disease, but hurts. Hey, all right, why are you talking so much? The emperor is usually very quiet in front of me, but he's never been this lively. You're implementing reforms. What's the situation in Jiangnan now? Report back to the great ancestor. There are many powerful clans in Jiangnan, and many officials in the court are deeply entrenched, making it difficult to advance the reforms. Lan Yuchen, take your men and map out the powerful clans in Jiangnan during the Wanli era again. Zhangwan, weren't the Jurchens rampant during the Wanli era? Why not leave that to me to handle? No rushed, and my great-grandson has already given us blueprints for cannons and spears for later. After the craftsmen build them, we'll order our men to lead the army and wipe out all the Jurchen tribes from different times and spaces. General Su, I wrote down all the corrupt officials of the Wanli era on this paper. You can deal with them one by one later. Good. Family, I am not a ruler who caused the country's downfall. What about my son's deeds? Has he cleaned up the mess I left behind? Your Majesty Wanli, your son, Emperor Guangzong Zhuchangluo, was the shortest reigning emperor in the history of the Ming Dynasty. That he died less than a month after ascending the throne. How could this be? Speaking of Emperor Guangzong Zhuchangluo, the most recorded things in historical books are the three major cases that happened to him. And the cause of his death was the red pill case. What was that poison pill? Historical records state that 10 days after Emperor Guangzong ascended the throne, he felt unwell. After the imperial physician Shui Wenxing diagnosed him, he prescribed a laxative. After Emperor Guangzong took it, he had diarrhea. At this time, Li Kaizhua, an official off the court of state ceremonies, brought a red pill that he claimed was a magic medicine. After everyone in the cabinet guaranteed that the medicine would cure the disease, Emperor Guangzong died that very night. After taking the red pill, I'm furious. I can be sure it's the work of a civil official again. Oh. My great-grandson, take us to find Zhu Changluo that we must save his life. Yes, my lord, do a good job and don't embarrass us. Yes, my great-grandfather. Oh, Zhang Xiaofu. This is a good lesson for you. A word from afar might be useful. Oh, right, Zhang. You and Empress Dowagerly have no affair, do you? Who told you this rumor? Goodbye, Zhang. My father, perhaps you've lived too long and taken away my good fortune. I really want to achieve something. Heaven, if only I could have 10 years. I would definitely be able to pacify Liaodong and reform the government. Ah. I'm late. It's the great ancestor. Your Majesty, is this a dream? If it were our great ancestor Zhu Yuanzhang, his great-great-grandfather. Sun Gang, wanting to revive the Ming Dynasty, alas. Ha! Great-great-grandson, do you know why we only scolded and beaten filial descendants like Zhu Qizhen, Zhu Yunwan, and Zhu Yijuan instead of killing them? Was the great ancestor merciful? Ha ha ha. What mercy. Even if these children are incompetent, they are still our descendants. Great-great-grandson, who will be the next emperor? There probably aren't many left. Only two more. The Ming Dynasty's 276-year reign will come to an end. The next one is a bit peculiar. The famous Carpenter Emperor of the Ming Dynasty. Carpenter. Emperor, this is a memorial from the Ministry of Revenue. Please review this document. Everyone else can handle it as they see fit, but if there are any more memorials from Liaodong, please submit them. Your Majesty, if you allow Wei Zhongxian to interfere in politics like this, the court will probably be in complete chaos long ago. Yinner, you don't understand politics. Let Wei Zhongxian and the Donglin party fight it out. I still have some power in my hands. If I interfere too much, the situation of the Ming Dynasty will probably worsen. Come and try the stool I just prepared for you. Your Majesty, if the Taizu Emperor knew in the afterlife that I was neglecting state affairs like this, he would probably be very disappointed. The Mazu Emperor would probably be very disappointed as well. Mazu Emperor, the 15th Emperor of the Ming Dynasty, Zhu Yuxiao, pays respects to Tohi's Taizu grandfather. These are all you're making these incompetent, useless things that only know how to make. And they're quite good at it. You're very skillful, grandfather. Don't you blame your grandson? Grandfather, please sit down. What good would it do to blame you? What's the situation in Liaodong now? Grandson, you've heavily relied on Xiong Tingbai and Hu Qingzhou. Chenghuan, Kelly, the situation in Liaodong has stabilized. The destruction of the Jurchens is just around the corner, isn't it? Great-grandson, you tell me. In the second year of the Tianqi reign, you listened to slander and dismissed Zhu Yinbi, leading to the fall of Xinyang and Liaoyang to the later Jin. Soon after, Zhu Yinbi was imprisoned and executed. The defenses of Liaodong were thus spiraling out of control until Chong. In the 17th year of the reign of Emperor Zhenzong, the Jurchens invaded the capital and established the Qing dynasty. The Ming dynasty thus perished. The Jurchens seized the Ming dynasty's throne. How could this be? How could Lady Su and He Hua be like this? If your Majesty hadn't died young, the Ming dynasty might have lasted another year. How old was your Majesty? In the 7th year of the Tianqi reign, Zhu Yuxiao died at the age of 23. It was because Emperor Tianqi, in the later years of his reign, had killed too many people, including the Donglin faction, that they sought to eliminate you. And how did he die? This time, those people didn't even bother to pretend. Like Emperor Wuzong, he drowned. The difference was that Emperor Tianqi lasted 2 more years. These beasts, the emperors of the Ming dynasty, too many people have died in accidents. Father, this time, I'm taking the army on this trip to Jiangnan. I won't let any of the treacherous officials in the court escape. If I were to die young, to whom would I pass the throne of the Ming dynasty? Your brother, Prince Xian, Zhu Yujian, was also the last emperor of the Ming dynasty. I hid in the inner palace every day, neglecting state affairs. Yet the Ming dynasty was still able to linger on. What exactly did Zhu Yujian do? The Ming dynasty perished at his hands. We're talking about diligence and hard work. Emperor Chongzhen was far superior to you, but because he worked too hard, that he accelerated the demise of the Ming dynasty. It was precisely because he worked too hard that he accelerated the demise of the Ming dynasty. Great-grandson, was our Ming dynasty's last emperor truly a good emperor? I wouldn't call Emperor Chongzhen a good emperor, but I disagree with the notion that he was a tyrant. What do you mean? Emperor Chongzhen ascended the throne at the young age of 17. It's fair to say that during his more than 10 years on the throne, he didn't enjoy a single day of peace. He didn't neglect state affairs or indulge in wine and women. On the contrary, he was diligent in his duties, lived frugally, and even his imperial robes were full of patches before his death. So, in that sense, he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad, but during Chongzhen's reign, various natural disasters and man-made calamities occurred constantly, and peasant uprisings erupted one after another. While Emperor Chongzhen himself was diligent, his abilities were ultimately insufficient. His series of blunders, such as prematurely executing Wei Zhongxian and misplaced trust in the Donglin party, led to the inability to collect taxes and the complete collapse of the court. This child is ultimately not capable enough to succeed a prince that if he were in the middle of a dynasty, he might have accomplished something significant. But given the turbulent times of the Ming Dynasty, his actions are unlikely to revive it. What happened to my brother? After Li Ziqing, the Prince of Chu, captured Beijing, he wasn't used as a puppet for a while and then killed, was he? Did we kill the little underworld king? He clearly drowned. Yes, yes, father, you rewrite your descendants. Grand ancestor are far more principled than you think. Emperor Chongzhen once again demonstrated the Ming dynasty's integrity with his life. The emperor guards the nation's gates. The monarch dies for the state. Did he really die while Li Ziqing, the rebel leader, was about to storm the capital and the cabinet ministers were busy opening the gates to surrender? In the palace, to prevent his family from being humiliated, Emperor Chongzhen ordered all his concubines to hang themselves and all his children who could be killed to be executed. Then he went to Maishan and ended his life with a rope. Before his death, he left a will. You ministers have misled me. I have no face to meet my ancestors. Remove your crown and cover your face with your hair. Suppress the rebels. And dismember my body. Emperor Wu. We issued an edict that when foreign enemies invade, the Ming dynasty will not make peace through marriage, will not submit to foreign powers, and will not pay tribute. The emperor guards the nation's gates. The monarch dies for the state, not caring about posterity. It's true that some descendants have done it. Fourth prince, your edict is excellent. If we're talking about the most resolute dynasty in Chinese history, it has to be our Ming dynasty, right? Yes. It was I who harmed Yu Jian. Your Majesty, great-grandson, take us to see the last emperor of the Ming dynasty, Zhu Yujian. Yes, fourth prince, you stay in the Tianqi court. And come find us after you've finished your work. Yes, you shall. Do some craftsmanship and worry more about state affairs. Please obey the holy decree of our great-grandfather. Your Majesty, Prince Xian is here. Let him in. Hope, you. Come closer. Majesty, rest assured recovering. 5 emperors should be. Yao and Shun, the Ming dynasty is yours. Your Majesty, don't worry. I will be a loyal ruler of the Ming dynasty. It seems the transmission was premature. Grandfather Taizu's grandson is obsessed with carpentry and neglects state affairs, ruining the Ming dynasty, Lu Shao. We don't blame you. Scoundrel, don't transmit it wrong again, deliberately trying to embarrass us, right? Grandfather Taizu, don't worry. This time it won't be wrong. Ah, kill. Hey, run. Ah. This is the 17th year of Chongzhen's reign. I have been on the throne for 17 years that I have wronged many people, but even more have wronged me. I was only 18 when I killed Yuan Chongwan. Whether it was self-destruction or arrogance, I wanted to be a restorer, dynasty descendant, but ruler of a fallen kingdom. How cruel and vicious is this joke heaven has played on me? Chengyan, run for your life. I don't blame you, Your Majesty. This servant is willing to accompany Your Majesty to the death. Hi. Respectfully sending the emperor of the Ming dynasty on his way. I, Chongzhen, have failed the ancestors of the Ming dynasty. Zhu Yujian, what are you doing? Zhu Yujian, what are you doing? Great-grandfather. Great-great-grandfather. Are you here to save your grandson? Child, don't be afraid. We're here. The Ming Dynasty will not perish. Father. The Gatling gun has been successfully copied. The army is assembled and ready. When will we begin the counterattack? Now, immediately. Wu Sangui, you mean the Ming army has already fled? That's right, Your Majesty. Once the Qing army attacks the city, the capital will be within our grasp. Charge. What is that? Fire. Ah. What is that? Ha ha ha. Charge with us. Kill these wild boars. Run, run, run. Go. Didn't you say the Ming army in the city has all fled? And why are these cannons and muskets so powerful? Your Majesty, I don't know. Useless. Retreat. Run. Run. Retreat. Great-great-grandfather, it seems we've won. Great-great-grandson, you provided these two weapons. They're too powerful. There's an even more powerful one that hasn't been used yet. Captain, the later Jin army has been completely annihilated. Nurhaci died in the chaos. Good. Dig up their nests and their kind. Go. As you command. Ha ha. We've seen all the descendants of the Ming Dynasty. Let's go to the back room and take a look. Okay, let's go to the back room and take a look. Okay, oh. It's an ominous sign. That things will turn out like this. Grandpa, are you dressed like the red-clad Emperor Zhu Yuanzhang? Oh yes. Haha, I never thought there would be people wearing Hanfu in later generations. You're dressed as the Yongle Emperor Zhu Di. And you're the Chongzhen Emperor. Haha. Grandfather, do you want to meet the first Emperor Yingzheng? And Emperor Taizong Li Shimin? Is that all right? Of course.